Foul call of the night, and it looks like it's going to be on Michaela Transu. 7:42 to go. So it looks like it's going to be, they're going to inbound the ball from the baseline.
Yeah, Michaela Transu, the junior 5'7" guard from Jackson, Tennessee. She actually provides a tremendous spark to this Lady Lions basketball program. Another one of those transfers that Coach Harrod brought in who's making a big difference.
Sagala at the top, works it back over to the outside wing. That's where Fourquat is. Fourquat looks at a three, shoots a big, deep three-point shot. Shot no good that time. Rebound pulled down by Bryce. And that's, looks like we're going to have another. Okay, it looks like not really sure what the call is.
What that was. I thought the officials thought that the coach from Wayland called a timeout.
Yeah, also Jason Cooper called a timeout. He did not. Of course, the head coach for the Lady Lions is Kevin Harrod. Now, Bryce can also light it up, but she is a product of everything that Nestor does. So Wayland Baptist is not a very deep team, so they rely heavily on their starters. Shot no good, rebound pulled down nicely that time by Transu. Into the front court.
That's Transu to the basket. Wow, wait a minute. These numbers, so Transu is 13, and what number is 14? Okay, that's Moore. Kamisha Moore. Good Lord, okay.
6:45 to go. So timeout called by the Flying Queens, and they're not called the Pioneers, so let me make sure I get that correct. They are called the Flying Queens. I mean, you see that nowadays teams try to give the ladies teams more respectable names instead of not sounding like so masculine in the name.
A woman can be a pioneer?
She can be, but if they don't like it, then they can change it, right?
Okay.
I mean that's part of the new era that we're in, Gary.
Yeah.
So coming into tonight, Langston is 8-2 at home tonight. They've already secured a spot, Gary, in the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament. To now, it's about finishing strong.
Yep.
So on a 2-game winning streak, 8-2 at home, you win these next 2 games. Got a game here tonight, homecoming, senior night coming up on Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
You can also watch that game here live on PPBC TV. And I'm going to work the ball back in as we're back to live action here. Up top, working the ball around the perimeter now. Moore now has it. Ball back in the hands now of Boyd. Screen set by Boyd.
Shelley.
Coming across. Shelley shoots. She can't get it. And that time Nestor pulls it down.
I tell you what, Wayland is so tall
on that front line.
On that front line, yes.
6:20 to go. Working the ball around to the left wing. Firing it inside to the elbow. Now Fourquat draws inside. Shot no good.
Air ball. Rebound by Jordan. Pulls it up to Cameron Shelley. Off the glass. 2 for Shelley.
Nice drive to the basket by Kelly there. 5:56 to go. 6-0. Langston, Lady Lions off to a strong start. It's a much better start than they had. And then going over the back that time. Kamisha Moore going to draw contact against Fourquat.
Well, if you're going to foul hard, right?
5:50. Make sure.
Make sure it counts.
What they say is make it count.
Make it count, right.
So 1 team foul for the, looks like it's going to be the 2nd team foul, should be for the Langston Lions.
Maria Gallup comes in for Taylor Houston.
All right. So now that we've got that
for the Queens.
And looks like we have a substitution also in for the Lions right now. And the ball is back to live action. We're going to work the ball around to the right wing. Bounce pass to the corner. Inside, trying to get the ball to Nestor. Nestor gets it inside. She got position, and she scored easily.
Yeah, actually, Haley Jordan tried to move around in front Nestor. That wasn't the move to make. You need to really get her off her spot and extend her away from the basket, make her shoot over you.
Moore, hands off now to Shelley. Back inside, and Boyd can't handle it. Going to be a turnover for the Lions, so it's going the other way.
Ball moved kind of quick into Boyd. She kind of set the screen, and then she rolled. The ball was coming low and
one of the things that always bothers me, when you have a big on the inside, and I mean that in the best way, you don't want to give the ball to them low. Short corner jump shot's no good, and this time fighting over the back should draw contact with the fouls there as Gallup.
Yeah, when you got a big that's actually trying to make a move to the basket, you really want to get that ball, whether it be a bounce pass or whether it be a pass itself. You want that ball to kind of come up waist high almost, to someone who is standing about 6'1", 6'2".
And whenever you are in the paint area, you want to always make yourself available with your hands up, always expecting a pass. Because some guards going to always drop you a bounce pass when they think you should try to get it.
No.
Turnover there. Going to be stolen there.
On the break.
And then Nestor goes up there. She can't get it, but Bryce finishes
they get
on
the
putback.
There. Nicely done by Wayland. They ran the floor on that steal, converted into a fast break.
Now, in the last contest, second chance points in that particular category, Langston was -5 in that category, and as the game has slowed down a little bit in the favor of Wayland Baptist, Nestor is starting to make more of an impact in the game. 6-4 is the score, down by 2. Langston up.
Yeah, Nestor's doing a good job on the block. She's really positioning, blocking out well. She's getting rebounds and really being effective. And they're trying to get the ball to her as well. There it is, back to Nestor again.
Nestor scores.
Yep.
Nestor has, I want to say, 4 of their 6 points right now. Bryce has the only other 2. Back in the hands now is Moore. Moore to the left wing. Back up top. Looking for some space to operate now. That was Kirksey. Back out to top to Kirksey. Kirksey ball fake, drives inside the lane. Shot is going to be blocked.
She goes in
again,
amongst the trees.
There's a lot of height on this Wayland Baptist team. All right. Bryce tries to drive inside, draws contact and a foul. She's going to go back to the free throw line shooting 2. And when we start talking about that, you're talking about Nestor, who's a good 6'4".
Yes, every bit.
Every bit of 6'4". She's just a sophomore. And she's in the post. And she is the tallest player on the floor, of course. Langston's tallest player, you're talking about Skylar Little is 6'1".
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry, Shea Rout, who's also a forward, is 6'2". So that's the only other height you have battling down there.
And Boyd, Boyd's listed in at 6 foot.
Yeah. So you got some height, but you're going to have to get position when somebody else has a height advantage on you. First shot by Bryce goes down, and for the first time, Wayland Baptist is on top tonight.
Yeah, when you're giving up 4 inches, I mean, you really, really have to play position.
All right, Langston down by 2 as basically Wayland Baptist has gone on an 8-0 run to take this lead right now. So now back to work. Back up top to Shelley. Inside to the corner. Kirksey for 3. Kirksey misses that 3. Somebody got to chase it down. And the Lions do that. Back to the left wing. Back to the corner. Inside, swings it. Kirksey gets another opportunity for a 3. And Kirksey drains it.
Good shot by Kirksey.
Korea Kirksey with a beautiful shot. She took 2 shots.
Hey, that's okay.
9-8, Langston back on top.
They keep giving it to her. She's going to take the shot.
Second lead change of the game. Elbow shot by Bryce. She misses that first one.
Rolls.
Or pump fakes, drifts left, then knocks the shot down.
Yep, rolls in.
2:51 to go. Wayland Baptist up by 1.
10-9.
All right. Quinay Love back over to Kirksey. Kirksey backs it out. Draws the screen there by Haley Jordan. Jordan is yet to score tonight. That won't be that way for long. Then inside with a beautiful pass, but the trees are there. And then on the other side, jump shot by Skylar Little is no good. Rebound Wayland Baptist. Back to the wing. We're going to work it back down inside, and this time they get it back inside to Houston. Houston gets it up under the glass and she scores.
Move by Houston against the Langston low post players there.
12-9, 2:05 to go. Back to the right wing.
They're having a tough time getting the ball into Haley Jordan, and that's by design. But nice move.
Cameron Shelley drove through the lane strong. That's what you're going to need to do all night long. You're going to have to take it to them. You can't. If you wait on them to come to you, they got the advantage. If you can get them off balance, a little side-to-side motion, drive into the lane, create the best shot you can get. Nice job by Kirksey trying to tie up.
Ball.
They
call a foul.
Are they going to call a foul in that situation?
It should have been called jump ball before it should have been called a foul.
All right, team foul number 3 for Langston. 1:39 to go. Only 1 team foul. And it looks like substitutions coming in. So Brittany Rivera comes in the game for the Lions now.
12-11. Wayland Baptist leads.
So now to work we go. Ball in the hands now of Peyton North. And then North is going to roll the ball around, and it's going to end up being a turnover, as it looks like on that particular situation. Looks like that Megan Nestor ends up falling down that time. 12-11. Langston trying to find an angle. Working the ball around to the right wing. Kirksey almost loses it, maintains control. Trying to get a bullet pass to the inside. Chased down on the steal there by Taylor Houston for Wayland Baptist.
Yeah, bad pass. No need to make that pass.
Lions down 1. Now back to work we go. In the hands now of Love. It's Quinay Love. Swings it back up top to Kirksey. Working the ball around the top to Rivera. Rivera now to the corner. Kirksey drives inside. Contact. Should have been a foul on Nestor. A nice job by Kirksey. She made Nestor think she was going to try and drive inside. Nestor caught her with the body.
Yeah, she gave her a nice shot on that baseline.
No, nothing wrong with a little hip check.
Yeah.
As long as it's not your hip.
Right.
42.6
Leave my
seconds
hips
to go.
out of it.
All right, driving inside. Rivera with the scoop shot. She can't get it to fall. Rivera ends up getting her own rebound that time. Rivera turns the corner. Shot off the front rim. She gets her own rebound.
That's just pure hustle by Rivera.
Rivera earning that one, baby.
Yeah,
3 bites at the apple before she's finally able to put the biscuit in the basket.
And that's exactly what she brings to this Lady Langston Lion team. She gives
Turnover.
in and gives Haley Jordan on the steal.
Jordan trying to go coast to coast. Jordan behind the back dribble and will end up getting tied up. Going to be a jump ball situation. So it will be Lady Lions ball. Jordan got to maintain a little bit of composure there. She was a little upset and frustrated.
She just got frustrated. She's having a hard time getting the ball down in the low post, number one. And then number two, she gets the hands on the ball finally on a fast break, and she mishandles it. Yeah. But luckily, it remains Langston's basketball.
And far as it goes, people need to understand Haley Jordan averages 15 points a game.
She's a 2,000-point scorer. She just crossed that threshold last game.
And Kirksey from just inside the paint. Langston up by 3.
In the first period.
Peyton North's shot rings untrue at the end of the first. It's 15-12.
That's right. Lady Langston, Lady Lions.
Lady Lions on top of this game, Gary, kind of recap what we saw. The Lions came out early, and then as the game slowed down, it really favors Wayland Baptist.
It does.
So you've got to keep the tempo up and keep the bigs from being able to get into their post position,
right?
Because it becomes easy for Wayland Baptist and very simple.
No, you're right. And then also, too, the reason why Coach Harrod is playing the 2-3 zone is because Wayland Baptist is so big. And so one of the things that they want to try to do is put bodies on those players in the low post. You know, when you specifically look at Nestor as an example, she is just a disruptor in that low post from the fact that she blocks out well, she rebounds well, and she's highly effective in scoring in the low post. So how do you answer that? Well, you go 2-3 zone, you put 3 bigs down on the baseline and hopefully compete for rebounds and also challenge shots.
No, that's the way you're supposed to do that. Now, how big is this game tonight? This won't be the last time these two teams meet. Wayland Baptist in the current standings right now, Gary, are number 3 in the Sooner Athletic Conference with a record of 14-4 in conference, the same actually as Langston.
Right.
So this game is a seeding game.
It is.
So if you're Langston, you have this game at home.
Right.
Wayland won the first one. You want to win this one in the worst way to give yourself the best advantage that you can get.
Right, and then whoever wins this game tonight becomes the number 2 outright seed.
Right. And so that's something that you want to give yourself an upper hand when you have to play them again in the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament.
That's right.
All right, the top 8 teams go in the conference right now, and pretty much almost all the seeds are slotted. Nice rebound there, pulled down by Skylar Little. Inside we go.
She walked a country mile, but they didn't call it.
Okay, what are you talking about, Gary? It's 17-12. It's 9:34 to go. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know
it's called the NBA is in infiltrating college athletics.
All right, deep shot there.
Good block out by the Lady Lions.
Sagala missed that one, so Lady Lions.
Skylar Little did an excellent job of blocking out Nestor. That's what you have to do to keep her off the board.
And I like Rivera coming in the game. She's putting forth a lot of effort on the floor.
She is a jack of all trades. She does it all, and she really gives this Lady Lions team a spark.
Haley Jordan's shot is missed.
Yep.
Skylar Little picked it up, but she wasn't able to score it. on the putback attempt.
Yeah.
So 8:58 to go. Ball to the left wing now, back in the hands now of Segala. To the corner. Houston drives inside. It's going to be blocked.
Skylar Little.
What a nice job coming out and making a play. So substitution coming out of the game now. Love comes out for a moment as well.
And Shea Rout comes in for Haley Jordan.
So Rout getting a chance to get some action now. 8:48 to go for the end of the first half of this one. All right, Bryce, who has a couple baskets in this one.
Oh,
and
drained it.
It is a three-point shot that's knocked down by Bobby Fuqua.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a good look at the basket. She took that shot.
It's her second three-point shot of the first half. Now ball back in the hands of Segala. Over to Bryce. Bryce ball fakes, drives baseline, swings it back out. And Taylor can't get the shot to fall. Nice rebound there.
By Little.
Little. Kirksey again. Kirksey stutter steps, drives to the lane, draws contact and a foul. Going to the free throw line to shoot two.
That was a good foul. And that was a good drive to the basket by Kirksey.
Oh, wow.
They
called offensive foul.
Wow.
Oh. Team foul number one. Kirksey comes out of the game. And then returning to the game now,
Cameron Shelley.
Is being brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. Across the timeline now goes Segala. Almost stolen there. And it is
turnover.
Good ball pressure applied by Moore, taking away real estate. It's like a Monopoly board. She landed on it and had to step out. 7:02 to go. Moore across the timeline. Ball to the right wing, back up top to Shelley. Working the ball around the perimeter. Turns and fires Shelley. She can't get that one to fall. Lions get the rebound, and it looks like, did we get a timeout called?
I don't know.
So a discussion by the officials here.
Yeah,
Are they calling a jump? I didn't see.
Possession.
Okay, so it's going to be Langston possession for what they're saying. But we didn't get
the announcement from the table was what, Mom?
I
thought it was a timeout Langston. I thought it was a timeout Langston.
Okay, so there's
a foul.
There's a foul. Is that on Nestor, they're saying? They gave the signal for 10. The only 10 on the floor is Nestor.
Uh-oh.
So ball back in the hands now of Shelley. Swinging the ball over inside, pull up. Free throw jump shot's no good. Inside.
Moore kind of rushed her shot there.
Again, they're thinking the Nestor's rotating. Nestor is not moving that fast. And in terms, it's calling the Lions to speed up their shot when they're in the post. Spin move on the inside, and now they're going to call a foul as Taylor Houston with the hook shot. So the foul's going to be called this time against on Little.
Yeah.
So to the line shooting two now, Gary, is Taylor Houston, the sophomore. So now going back
in the game.
So at the free throw line, she knocks down.
Did she make the first one? Thought she missed it.
So now going to work. Shot is up, and she knocks the second one down, so it's 20-18.
6:20.
So let's see if we can get Jordan going a little bit here. She has yet to put any points on the board. And when I look back at the game that they played back in Wayland earlier this year, you were talking Haley Jordan only had 6 in that game battling the bigs. Skylar Little gets it. The ball's going to be knocked out of her. So set to inbound the ball now is Kanae Love. Lions back up by 4. Swings it back out to Segala. Ball to the right wing, deep three-point shot. Front rim's no good.
Little.
Rebound by Little. Now Kanae Love has it. Love drives inside and draws an offensive foul.
Wow.
It's kind of like you got the bigs, Gary, and like the bigs are getting a team foul situation. 3 team fouls for the Lions, 2 but they're starting to get those to stack up a little bit again.
Wayland, that's something that they really don't want to do with their bigs. They're not fast. Does have the athletic advantage as it relates to speed and agility and athleticism. That's Langston's game. So Coach Harrod want to make sure that we do a good job defensive.
Now, getting another Rivera's back in the game. Going to swing it to Kirksey. Kirksey ball fake, step back. Down there.
Great dime by Moore. She dropped that dime and ran off with it.
Get the ball inside. They're going to draw contact
Boyd.
that time. Boyd's going to end up bumping
post. They're getting the
Kirksey. Welcome back to CF Gales Fieldhouse Greek night. I'm going to say this. Should we call them out? I mean, there's folks a little afraid to step right now.
Oh, you know how the kids are. It takes a little moment for them to get warmed up.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, they being shy.
Okay, not scared to step.
You know how it is when you go to a party and people just kind of hug the wall? It's the same thing. All it takes is for something to break loose, and next thing you know, everybody out there.
Okay, the veterans did get out there. A couple of them came out there and tore some things up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go completely nerd on you for those who see my computer out here. Yeah, I'm going to do that as I run down some of the first half stats. Langston in the first quarter was +3. They were +1 to lead by 4 as we go into the halftime here.
Right.
Overall tonight, Langston has been shooting 15 to 35, 42.9%. 3 of 6 from deep, 50%. I think that is a very key number. In terms of rebounding, Gary, they are +7 in the rebound category. And anytime that you're battling somebody like Nestor,
yes,
that's something to talk about right there. So the Lions have gotten the better of them, as right now Wayland Baptist is only shooting 35% for the game right now. And then, of course, in the contest themselves, 3 of 14 from 3, 21%.
Yeah.
So, but they're only down 4.
Right.
So I mean, so what's more? What do you think is more true? That Langston's continuing to get good shots on the inside, or Wayland Baptist eventually able to get the big shots to fall, or long range shots to fall from deep?
Well, what's happening is that when both teams are shooting poorly, they're really bad. And Langston had a significant lead of about 10 points at some point in time in the first period, only to turn around and go on a negative shooting streak, giving the ball back to Wayland Baptist, and of course they're capitalizing on it. That's why you only got a 4-point game here. But when you look at the percentages, both teams are not shooting their best, number one. Number two, Langston is winning on the rebound side because a lot of the rebounds are like long rebounds. And the one stat that you haven't really talked about is turnovers. You know, that's one thing I'd like to be able to see the difference there the turnovers between Langston and Wayland Baptist and who's winning that turnover battle, 5-7.
Yeah.
So there's not much there either.
No.
So, oh, wow.
So you talk about that, and Langston has 17 bench points. Again, they go deeper than what you have there.
Yep.
So you're looking for second chance points, and then you're looking for foul trouble. So that's when I said, let's take a look at the individual numbers.
Right.
Now, you're talking about Nestor last time, who scored easily 40 points overall in the game. And then now this particular contest, she only has 4 points.
Right.
So 32-4.
Well, she's in foul trouble a little bit early on too, right?
Right. And that always plays it. She had two first half fouls. So as we're here, back to live action, down to set the second.
Whoa, nicely done by Moore.
As Moore goes to the basket and scores.
Wow.
And so far the Lions put two up on the board right now and lead, of course, now 38-32. 9:44 to go. Working the ball around the outside. Segala now gets the ball inside with the runner.
Cameron
shot no
Shelley
good.
on the block and
Shelley
steal.
with a great job. Kamisha Moore to the basket. She goes again and scores.
She
Tries
misses.
to score. I thought she was going to get it to fall. She could not. 38-32, 6-point game, 9:24 to go. And then Nestor on the inside. Her
rims
shot
out.
is no good. The ball gets knocked out. It will be Lady Lion ball.
When Nestor gets the ball close to the rim, you have to smartly challenge the shot. The reason why is because she's about 4 inches taller than everybody on the floor, number one. Number two, you have to do something to at least alter her shot. If not, she'll kill you down the low post.
All right, ball now in the hands of Michaela Transu. And Transu,
she
wheels and deals to the lane.
She does.
And right now, taking the defender off the dribble, doing a great job. The Lady Lions coming out more aggressive right now, extend their lead back out to 8.
Yeah, guard play for Langston has definitely been a key in the first half. They are a little bit deeper and a little bit more athletic than Wayland. However, the difference there is that Langston gives up a lot of height in the low post.
Okay, shot no good that time by Bobby Foquois.
On the rebound.
So up to Haley Jordan. Haley Jordan stops.
Stop, and feed.
And drops it in
Nicely
the basket
done.
beautifully. Lions up by 10. The press is on.
42-32, Langston up by 10.
8:20 to go before the end of the third. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball tonight, brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union.
Good ball pressure by Haley Jordan, but she gets called for the hand check.
So Haley Jordan getting called for the foul right now.
As the Langston University Marching Pride comes into the CF Gales Gymnasium.
Okay, Haley Jordan is picking up, I think that is her first foul of the game right now.
Not bad for Haley.
Substitutions in the game now for the Wayland Baptist Queens. All right, working the ball around the wing, trying to find some space to operate. Dumping it outside, Foquois. I'm going to say she stepped on the inline, turnover. And it will be a timeout called here by Jason Cooper for the Wayland Baptist Flying Queens. And as right now, the lead was 36-32 at the end of the first half. The Lions have gone ahead and put 6 on the board early in this third quarter and now pushed it up to 42-32. You know, notice the aggressiveness, out-hustling Wayland Baptist up the floor, getting easy baskets. And I think the game is finally slowing down for Harrod's squad right now, because now they seem to be more in flow. They seem to be in a more dominant mode, and the reason, number one cause for that is they're not thinking that the game is speeding up so fast and they're hurrying their shots. Shot selection's been a big factor here.
And because they're transitioning so quickly up and down the floor, it's taking the bigs from Wayland out of the game. So that's one of the things that Wayland don't want to do. They want the half-court game. They want to slow that tempo down. They want to make sure that they get a good possession, and if they can, take those shots where they get a second opportunity to get the ball back up on the glass to hopefully convert. What they don't want to do is come down the court, take a shot, rebound over to Langston, and then Langston gets the ball and off and running. And that's what's been happening early in the third period.
So Jason Cooper's going to tell his ladies is to, get back on defense.
Slow that thing down.
And slow it down. That's what you're going to want to do.
Yeah.
Now, Nestor is now out of the game again, and they've brought back in Taylor Houston, who had a very good first half. In fact, Taylor Houston in the first half of the game, she had 7, and Foquois had 7. They were the two high ladies for Wayland. On the Langston side of things, Cameron Shelley had 11, or has 11 points right now. Then Haley Jordan with 6, and she got all that in the second.
Woo!
As Shelley goes.
No,
with
that's more.
Excuse me, Cameron Moore goes with the blow by.
I mean, she blows by people. She is very athletic.
44-32, 7:41 to go. Swinging the ball up top into the painted area. Fauquois gets it up high off the glass and scores it. Here comes Kamisha Moore.
And I'm telling you, we are so glad to have Moore here at Langston University, especially with her being a junior. She'll be back next year, Mo.
Going back to work. As
Transu
shoots, can't get it to fall. This time Bryce hits the Jets. Presses the ball into the front court. Back to the wing. Ball fake.
Up, she walks.
And she's going to get called for steps there.
You know what they always say, see it before you do it.
Lions still remain up by 10. 7:08 to go in the third. The Marching Pride are going to be here, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to hear them.
Yes, you will, and we're looking right at them. Their horns will be blowing right at us.
All right, back to work. Shelley over to Haley Jordan. Jordan swings it to Boyd. Back over. Boyd, step back, three-point shot.
Oh, rims out. Good rebound, though.
Just want to make sure we get that. That looks like that is Michaela Transu.
Yeah.
So she's going to go back to the free throw line. So nice job by Transu on the hustle side of things. Kirksey now returns to the game for Cameron Shelley. So 6:52 to go. So far in the game, as it stands right now, Transu has 2. She's looking for more. First shot, front rims.
Rims it out.
It's nice soft on the glass. She just wasn't able to get it to fall in.
Get that ball a little bit higher.
Transu comes set. Spins it. Shot is up. Back rims, no good on that one. And
but definitely good hustle by Kirksey.
Yeah, and getting another possession. Over to Kirksey. Kirksey wanted it in the shooting pocket. Wasn't there, so they have to reset. Boyd has it. Going to hand off to Kirksey. Kirksey drives down Main Street with the scoop shot. She can't get it to fall that time. Rebound pulled down there by Gallup.
Lady Lions had 2 shots in that possession.
So working the ball around up top, Segala. Kirksey covering her. And she puts the pass too far ahead there for Taylor
Turnover.
Houston. It's another turnover. So now, going to work.
44-34, Lady
Haley
Lions
Jordan
lead.
to inbound the ball to Cameron Jordan. Cameron Jordan right now. The 11 points so far. Transu into the lane she goes. Drawing contact and foul against not Peyton North, that is Maria Gallup. So let's see if getting back to the free throw line, if Transu can find a way to settle down and knock these 2 down. She was just there a moment ago, Gary.
Yeah, she just missed 2 in a row. She needs to really use her legs, come up to her toes, soften her shot, extend her hands toward the rim. And she did that perfectly. Drained it.
So I'm imagining a little Gary Woods on her shoulder telling her, take your time.
There is up, and then she rushed
so
the
you didn't
second
talk.
one.
You didn't talk this time.
I didn't talk, but also I'm looking at her form. It just did not, her shooting form did not work together.
All right, back to work now. Ball on the left wing, trying to drive inside. Bryce pinned underneath the goal. Going to swing it out to the wing. And it looks like they're going to draw. So they're going to call it on Bryce.
Okay.
It's a substitution. So Taylor Houston comes in the game now.
Rivera comes in.
So Rivera gets about 5 minutes. Hopefully, again, she really was the spark in that.
She really was.
Right in the end of the first quarter, her extra effort really started becoming contagious with the rest of these Lady Lion roster.
You know, and you have an appreciation for her simply because she's not a big-time scorer for the Lady Lions, but when you look at what she contributes in terms of intangibles, she's definitely the type of player who does what you need in order for your team to get a lift and to get that spark to really go on a good run.
Skylar Little gets picked up picks up the foul. She had just checked in the game there. 45-32, 5:30 to go. Both teams have 2 team fouls apiece. So working the ball around. Bryce gets it inside to Nestor. Scott. Nestor has it back on the block. Nestor's going to lose it.
She turns over. That's a double dribble.
So Haley Jordan now has it.
On the steal.
Jordan bounce pass over to Kirksey. And Kirksey scores.
Beautifully done by Haley Jordan. That looked like that was right out of the textbook of Otoru Dean.
Turning around on the other end, Nestor scores that next basket.
Yeah, you get that ball within 2 feet of the basket. Nestor's pretty deadly.
All right, so Kirksey again exercising her speed, the flash, as she has been, 47-36. Lions up by 11, 4:47 to go. Kirksey to the free throw line. And Kirksey has 8 points on the night. And she's had some big-time three-point shots. It's been impressive.
Yep.
As Kirksey knocks down point number 9.
The senior, we're definitely going to miss her. She's a senior who graduated, had her eligibility. She stayed and played.
Back rims that one as Nestor kind of hip checks again. Rivera right out of bounds for the Lions.
Yeah.
4:38 to go. Bounce pass over to the right wing now. Ball worked up top now against Ruffy.
They want that ball into Nestor, and they got it. Didn't matter. 3 defenders down there. They're still going to lob it in.
So 4:26 to go. Ball in the hand now. Kamisha Moore. Ball in the hands. And Moore hit the Jets on the inside and draws a foul against Nestor now. And that should be foul number 3 for Nestor. So Nestor.
Yeah, Nestor gave Moore a nice shot. But I tell you what, I really, really like Moore's first step as she shoots her first free throw.
She misses that one.
48-38.
And this is her first opportunity at the free throw line right now tonight. She hasn't been there. Second free throw attempt is good. She goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Has 12 points now on the night, Gary.
Wow, point guard with 12 points.
4:06 to go. Ball on the left wing now. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods on the call tonight. Proud to bring you Langston Lion basketball. Bounce pass at the top. Taylor inside. And they're going to call offensive foul. And guess who did it again?
Rivera.
Brittany Rivera.
She just does so many different things. I mean, we talk about intangibles. I was talking to some of her teammates, and you know what they all say. They said she just gives so much extra effort in the little things. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, it's an intangible impact is what she has.
Yes.
Swings it over. Kirksey for 3.
Oh,
can't get
rebound.
the ball. Skylar Little.
It should be a foul.
That should be a foul
Definitely
on the backside.
Should be a foul.
And again, a little bit of testiness there at the end of the game as Taylor Houston. And that trying to get the crowd fired up. The crowd had been kind of wailing there. So I'm going to sit here and talk a little bit.
Yeah.
And so now.
Crowd likes it, but it might end up being a double technical.
It would be, but again, you threw me down first. Now, what was said after the fact?
But the retaliation, I'm sitting there watching. They might call it on Moore. Let's see what happens at the scores table because Moore came in and almost but chest bumped the other player. Of course, the other player is probably about a foot taller than Moore.
Yeah, and she had no problem with that.
Yep, that's what she did. She just pointed at Moore.
Okay, so the officials are.
So Houston just picked up her 4th foul.
And a technical foul now. So I just didn't understand why the official was walking all the way down to the other end. Okay. That was kind of bizarre because he walked the other end of the floor, and I'm just trying to understand what that is. So it's going to send Skylar Little to shoot the foul now.
Yeah.
3:41 to go. Skylar Little going to go. Want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching tonight on PPBC TV. And the shot is good.
Done.
So Skylar Little knocks that one down. It's 4 points tonight for Skylar Little. That'll be point number 3.
She misses the second one.
And Skylar Little misses the second one. But the Lion lead is up. So now we're going to shoot the technical foul.
Oh, that was okay.
So that was the personal foul.
That was a personal foul. Now the technical foul. Now Kirksey's on the line.
Yep, to shoot that. Kirksey right now, as it stands, was 1 of 2 at the free throw line.
Nothing but net.
She gets that one to fall. That is her 12th point. Gets one more. 2 for 2 at the line she goes. 52-38, 3:41 to go in the third quarter of tonight's action. As it stands right now, looking at how the Lions are getting it done right now, they're outscoring Wayland Baptist 13-6, and they get the ball back. Over to Kirksey. Over to Rivera. Rivera swings it.
Yeah, they want to play that 3-man game, but they are not letting Haley Jordan get that ball into the low post.
So up top, now Rivera has it. Rivera drives inside. High off the glass, shot no good. Rebound pulled down there by Maria Galeb. Swings it over, Fuqua. Fuqua is going to swing it outside.
Loose ball.
And it's going to go off Bryce. It's going to be another turnover. It will be LU ball. 3:05 to go. Haley Jordan set to inbound the ball. She's going to get it into Kamisha Moore. Moore across the timeline. Moore looking for space to operate. Gets it out to Kirksey. Kirksey, 3-point. She can't get that one to fall. Rebound by Fuqua. Fuqua, high dribble. Haley Jordan slows her down. She's going to have to give it up. This time it's back in the hands of Bryce. Bryce ball fake drives baseline.
Good
swings
help
it over.
defense by Rivera.
And the help defense.
Rebound Kirksey.
Kirksey gets it to finally come down. Kirksey across the timeline. Kirksey.
No, ball deflected. Turnover.
So Fuqua leading the break right now.
We got numbers, but
going to get knocked out of bounds. It will be Langston Lion ball. 2:18 to go.
Hey, good defense. They clearly had the Lady Lions outnumbered in transition.
Yeah, in this quarter.
Cameron Shelley checks in.
So Cameron Shelley comes back in, and I just want to point that out. It's 16-6 this quarter in terms of scoring right now. Wayland Baptist, the lowest point total they had in the game prior to this was 12. And it's just really been, again, the officials talking.
Yeah. 52-38, 2:18 remaining in the third period. Lady Lions on a nice run, Mo. Really nice
All right,
run.
Peyton North to inbound the ball for the Queens. Ball in the hands now of Bruffy.
Somebody got to pick ball up. Okay, there we go.
So,
Langston switched to a man-to-man defense.
So Kamisha Moore covering Segala. Fuqua backs it out. Haley Jordan covering her. Switch is Little now takes over Fuqua. Segala drives inside, and Kamisha Moore with the block. Are they going to call a foul? Kamisha Moore says she doesn't believe it, but it is going to be a foul called against her. And in terms overall for Kamisha Moore, that is personal foul.
Is that number 3 or 4 for her?
Kamisha Moore with, that is foul number 4.
4. Oh, got to watch that. Did they sub her out? Yeah, they subbed her out.
So Segala at the free throw line knocks down free throw number 1. So far tonight, Segala has 4 points. Segala gets one more.
Rims out, second rebound.
So Little pulls that one down. 1:55 to go. Ball across the timeline. Over to Skelly. Excuse me, to Shelley. Kirksey now gets it inside. Love wheels and deals inside. Contact, no foul. Skylar Little scrambling for it, and his ball ends up in the hands of Bryce. And she tries to run ahead. Bryce is going to lose her bounce and hit the floor.
Up, ball's up.
Haley Jordan gets it back over to Little. Little score.
Little misses the bunny.
2 bunnies missed, but Haley Jordan gets it back at this time. Haley Jordan draws contact, and then Haley Jordan falls down. But that was quite a spill that Bryce had on the other end of the floor. So Haley Jordan at the free throw line, still favoring her wrist on her right arm. Or maybe that's her right elbow. The official's giving her a chance to look it out. Or work it out, I should say.
Yeah, she has to shoot these free throws. And she's right-handed.
Stinger. You hit that elbow right,
Oh, man, arm. The funny bone.
Yeah, that whole thing goes nuts.
Looks like this.
Okay.
Yeah, she's still grabbing it. It's bothering her.
It's bothering her. So right now, Jordan on the night right now as it stands. Looking for point number 7. Hopefully she gets a little bit more feeling on that one.
Yeah,
Front rims back.
She's just kind of putting it up there. She's not really shooting it.
So rebound pulled down by Wayland Baptist. Ball in the hands now of Creighton North. And contact's going to be made.
Calling hand check, Cameron Shelley.
So Cameron Shelley being called with the foul there. So Maddie Boyd.
In for Jordan.
In for Jordan now. And it will be Wayland Baptist to inbound the ball underneath their own goal. Bruffy has it. Ball inbounded.
Loose ball stolen by Kirksey.
Kirksey with
got
the steal.
numbers.
She goes to the basket with a knife.
Drops it to Kelly. Did she
Beautiful
get
pass.
and one?
And Shelley gets it. Skelly picks up 2. She now has 13 points on the night.
Yeah, nice play by Cameron Shelley. Did a good job of being under control. She took the bump, stayed focused on the backboard, put it up off the glass nicely. Took on the foul, and now she's at the free throw line. It doesn't matter if you don't make it, so she needs to take her time, drain this, get this three-point play. Yep, rims out. Oh, but
she couldn't handle it. What a rebound. Kirksey in the right spot at the right time, puts the biscuit in the basket. 56-39, under a minute to go in the third. Ball on the right wing.
Rivera goes to the scoring table.
Fuqua tries to do a little bit of the
rebound.
Euro. Boyd comes up with the rebound. Ball in the hands now of Love. Love across the timeline now with 43 seconds on the clock.
Yep.
She picked up her dribble a little high, but Kirksey able to get it. Kirksey.
Yep.
Turns and it's going to be stripped. Good job there by the Wayland Baptist defense.
Yeah, it was a good job by Wayland.
Fuqua across the timeline. Back in the hands now, Segala. Emily Segala with 20 seconds on the clock on the right wing. Kirksey steps out on her. Swings it. Inside goes North. North can't get it to fall that time.
Out of bounds turnover.
And Wayland ends up fighting each other for the ball.
Yep.
Ball goes out, 9.3 seconds to go. So Boyd comes out, Rivera comes in. Brittany Rivera returns.
9 seconds. They got to hurry up and get this ball across timeline. And
8 seconds, Love.
Hopefully try to get a shot.
Quinay.
Foul.
Foul's going to be called that time by North. 3.3 seconds to go. Team foul number 6.
Yeah, that's shooting 2.
So as we hit, it's one of the new rules also affecting NAIA ball. Get to 5 fouls. On the 6th, you shoot 2.
Mm-hmm.
Love gets it over. She now has 6 on the night. She gets one more. Lions lead 57-39.
Drains both of them.
She knocks them both down. So now 58-39. And as time expires, shot careens. It is no good, but the Lions are up big.
Yep, up by 19.
Up by 19. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter in just a second. So, Gary, your response to what you saw in the third.
I tell you what, everything was working for the Lady Lions. Defensively, they did an excellent job. Of course, it all started by them getting Nestor in foul trouble, which forced her to have to sub out of the game. When that happened, that gave the Lady Lions the liberty of going man-to-man, which is what they're very much accustomed to doing. So they can get individualized ball pressure. They're able to force turnovers. They're able to block out a little bit more effectively, rebound and run. That's just what they naturally want to do. And that also enabled Coach Harrod to do what he wants to do, and that's go deep into his bench, rotate in a lot of fresh bodies, and then, of course, what does that transition into? Wayland Baptist getting tired, Lady Lions increasing the tempo, blood's in the water.
It is. 19-point lead. You got to go ahead and step on them and put them away if you're going to do that tonight. Right now, Kevin Harrod's team is on a 2-game winning streak. They're 8-2 at home. They're looking to go 9-2, and then hopefully extend that win streak to 10 come Saturday. It's amazing how this team hasn't turned around in conference play. Last season, this team was 19-11 overall, 13-9 in conference. And you're talking about a team that really struggled to get wins on the road, and boy, has things changed this year.
Yes, it has.
When you start looking at this year for this Lady Lion team, they're 9-2 on the road this year.
Well, he did a really good job of maintaining pieces from last year's squad and then brought in a lot of impact players this year. And you know what? And, you know, they're going to graduate a lot of players, but they also have a lot coming. He's doing an excellent job recruiting players and getting depth with this Lady Lions basketball program.
All right, back to live action now. Kamisha Moore has it. Kamisha Moore hands it off to Shelly. Moore at the free throw line, turns and fires and knocks it down.
I mean, got game, man. Oh, almost stolen by Shelly.
All right, Bryce wheels and deals on the inside. She can't get to fall. Rebound pulled down that time by the Lady Flying Queens. Shot by Segala for three. And Foucault tries to throw it in.
Turnover.
It's going to be a turnover. So right now it's a 21-point margin.
Nestor's back in the game for Wayland Baptist.
So going to fire it to the left wing. Inside goes Shelly. Kisses it off that glass.
Nicely done by
and
Shelly.
drops it in nicely.
Jump stop. She didn't go in there trying to go face-to-face against Nestor. That's a no-no.
Bryce shot is no good. Chased down by Shelly.
Rebound by Shelly.
Shelly's now tied for the high Lady Lion of the night. She has 15. Same amount as Kirksey. Across the timeline now goes Kamisha Moore. 8:52 to go. Ball in the hands now of Boyd. Right wing.
No reason for the Lady Lions to get into a hurry, but what you don't want to do is slow this thing down and play into Wayland Baptist's strength.
Yeah, game's not over yet. Shelly turns and fires on the inside. Shot no good. Rebound by Bryce. So again, got 30-second clock up there. 24 to get the shot off right now. Working the ball inside. Nestor's back in there. Nestor can't score it this time, but a rebound, fighting for it in the hands now of Galeb, who turns it to Segala. Segala can't get it. Then Froquois gets it. That's at least 3 offensive rebounds on that possession.
You can't have that. You cannot give a good team 2 and 3 opportunities to convert in a possession.
All right.
Yep, foul.
So foul's going to be called. It's Maddie Boyd.
That's against Nestor. Is that her 4th or 5th?
So Nestor on the afternoon right now as it stands. Nestor has, this is her 4th foul. So foul number 4 for Nestor. One more and she's gone. So Maddie Boyd at the free throw line, shoots it, knocks down free throw number 1. Maddie Boyd on the night right now has 3 points, and she's done it all from the free throw line.
Yeah, the freshman from Canadian, Texas, got the start tonight, which, again, was all about trying to have an answer for Nestor in the low post.
And Nestor turns and rolls into.
Yeah.
Rolls into that time.
Oh, nicely done by Cameron Shelley.
And then Cameron Shelley gets the shot in. 65-43.
Whoa, heck of a play.
I like the effort play. I like the hustle plays. That's what's going to keep you in a comfortable winning positions, Gary.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. You got to be careful. Moore is back there like an all-pro free safety. You can't make these long passes in her face. That's just not going to work. She's going to take it and go the other way.
Double
just
team
like
by Nestor to Haley Jordan.
Haley Jordan, woof, woof, woof.
And, again, she didn't see it. Bryce going to get it, and this time she's going to get fouled on that play. Is it by Kirksey or Haley Jordan they're going to call this?
Yeah, they're going to call it against Jordan. Jordan put the little body to her. She got the ball stolen, and she was kind of irritated about it, so she gave her a little something to remember her by. Little shot.
Valentine's Day was yesterday. You don't need to send love today.
Yeah, I don't think it was love. I think it might have been a little vinegar. It wasn't sweet at all.
All right, Sigala has the ball now across the timeline.
Yeah, Haley Jordan got a little mean streak to her. You just got to.
There's nothing wrong with having a little nasty.
Oh, no, she got a little nasty about it, that's for sure.
Ball in the hands of Nestor. Nestor turns to shoot inside, shot no good. Rebound
Haley
by
Jordan.
Ball now in the back of the hands of Moore. And Kamisha. Ball in the hands now of Maddie Boyd. Back over to Kamisha Moore. Over to Jordan on top. Left wing to Transu. Transu throws it to the corner.
Shelley with
Shelley
the skip
for
pass.
three.
Drills it.
Drains it.
Man. Nice skip pass to Cameron Shelley.
So Shelley now officially more than likely with 20
Blocked
points. And Haley
by Boyd.
Jordan with a block.
But they call a foul. She kind of came from the side. Got a little bit of the arm there. Real close call.
Team foul number 2. Going to send Fuqua to the free throw line with 6:27 to go in the game. She knocks down free throw number 1. Shelley tonight, the high Lady Lion with 20 points.
There you go.
Fuqua.
Is there a substitution or time? No substitution. So 68-45, 6:27 left in the game. So Lady Lions lead.
So back to work. 68-45. Across the timeline, Moore. Over to Little, who's just new back in the game. Swings it back out to Shelley. Back up top, Moore resets. And a three-point shot.
Good rebound by Boyd.
A nice job by Boyd.
Yeah, puts it back. Great job by the freshman. Good
70-45. Inside, trying to get the ball to
mishandle.
Nestor. And that whole Nestor combination has just been, really for the most part, Gary, just been a disconnect all night.
Yeah.
And I got to point back to what we said earlier. She had a beast of a game against the Lady Lions back on January 20th. She dropped 32 and 24.
Oh, God. 32 points and 24 rebounds?
That's what she was just eating all night long. Tonight, been held in check. She only has 10 points tonight. Moore gives it up.
Shelley
for three.
She's killing them.
Shelley now with 23 points on the night. Shelley covering Bryce. Bryce with a nice first step to the basket. She goes and draws a foul against Kirksey.
Is that her fifth?
No. Kirksey's foul situation, that's just number 2 on Kirksey.
Okay. 73-47.
Yeah, with a lot of fireworks. So now Maddie Boyd comes out now into the game.
Shea Rout.
So Shea Rout is checked in.
She's a junior from Denver, Colorado. 6-foot junior.
Bryce gets her free throw to fall. Overall tonight, Bryce has 9 points. Inside,
Shelley.
Basket is good by Shelley.
She can't miss, man.
She keeps rolling.
Wow.
On the night tonight, Shelley is 10 of 6.
But they left
Nestor.
Guess who? And
Nestor.
she fouls.
As Rout fouls her.
You cannot leave Nestor under the basket by herself.
So as you were talking about, Shelly tonight with 25 points. She's 11 of 17 shooting from the floor, 64%, and 3 of 5 from deep, 60%. Shelly's having one of those nights. It should be Greek night every night for Shelly.
Right. She ain't even Greek.
75-49. She might like Greek yogurt. Nestor back rims that one. Rebound pulled down by Little. Going to work now. Across the timeline. Moore. Step back shots no good. Nestor with the rebound. Across the timeline now goes Bruffy. Bruffy gets it back in the hands of Bryce. And this time,
for reaching.
Go get Kirksey for reaching. Foul's going to be called against her. So Kirksey with 15 points, 3 fouls now.
I mean, it's 4:19 remaining in the fourth period. I mean,
it's still, the lead is still, you know, you're talking about a difficult situation when you talk about anything.
Most definitely.
But when we start talking about a 26-point lead, make that 25 now.
Yeah.
25-point margin, 4:19 to go. Is you don't want the clock to continue to roll. That's what you don't want.
Or if you're Wayland Baptist, you don't.
Right,
Yeah,
but if you're Langston, you want this thing to keep rolling.
You want that thing to keep rolling. So that means long possessions. You know, if you're not in transition, if you got a half-court set, you want to use the whole shot clock. Get a good look, rotate the ball around. Don't be in a hurry. Make sure you get good possessions. And look at what's happening now. Wayland Baptist is starting to extend, play a little bit more man-to-man, trying to contest everything. That's a hurried shot there, but rebound by Little.
Little can't get it to fall there that time. And route.
Yeah, they're going to call it on route. Shea route.
Okay, are they calling a technical foul on her?
No, I think it was just a. Yeah, they just
okay, just a regular foul.
Oh, it's tech. It's a tech. Yeah, they call it tech on her. Wow. Yeah. 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 And Boyd's coming back in the game.
Yeah, because that was one of those, you know, you always want to be careful about when your player shows emotion.
Right.
And I understand you want to be competitive, but at that point in the game, is that the best decision to make?
Well, also, too, she got a foul, and then she turned around and got a technical foul. So I think you have to sit down when you get a technical and you get the personal foul. I think either that or coach is setting her down, you know, as a disciplinary measure. But she got double fouls on that, I think. Because they said
right.
Foul.
Yeah.
And then they turned around and they said
technical foul.
And they issued both of them to her.
All right. Knocking down the shot there that time is Segala. Segala goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line, and Wayland Baptist will get the possession. So 75-54.
And this is where the Lady Lions, you know, as a team, they need to maintain their poise. You've got a very comfortable lead. The clock is your friend. Don't need to do anything silly to let this Wayland Baptist team back in the game. Rebound, Kirksey.
Kirksey's going to press the ball into the front court right now. Ball sitting, timeline is right about 3:50 left to go in the game. Firing the ball inside, couldn't handle the pass. On the inside was Cameron Shelley. To the baseline they go, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to say step out of bounds. So mass substitutions coming in for the Lady Lions now. Boyd remains in along with Quinay Love, along with Haley Jordan, Kirksey. And tonight's game is being brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. Remember, coming up right after this game, there'll be an intermission. And then Coach Woods and I will get you set for the men's contest a little bit later on tonight. A lot of things to talk about when it comes to this men's team here, Gary.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Definitely a lot.
You're talking about a team right now that is up 26 points for the most part. So, Gary, you're talking about two programs, women and men's team, that have a winning identity.
Yes.
And can make serious waves coming out of the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament, going into the national tournament here in a couple of weeks.
And you know something more, I'm glad to see it because, you know, I was fortunate enough to be on the committee when we hired both Kevin Harrod and Chris Wright at the same time. And we hired them both from Talladega University.
Rivera shoots a deep three-point shot, no good, rebound by Bryce.
So we knew we were hiring two good coaches. We didn't expect, of course, for Chris Wright to do what he did, but with, like I said, Coach Harrod also.
Coast to coast, Kirksey goes.
Oh, man. Coach Harrod's done exactly as advertised as well. He was able to bring in some players and change the identity of this Lady Lions basketball team as well. Both of them playoff bound, which is excellent.
Exactly. Shot, no good. Rebound pulled down. Second shot's no good.
Rebound by Nestor. She gets fouled.
She gets fouled. And as I said earlier, in the standings, Wayland Baptist is right up under Langston.
Yep.
So these teams will meet in the Sooner Athletic Conference, or at least there's a high possibility of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about seeding.
So if you do it the way I think it's done in the Sooner, it's either that or the top two get a bye.
Yes.
And then the rest of them come in. And I think it's the lower seed then goes.
It's like 2 plays. What is it? How many gets? All of them go, don't
Yeah,
they?
So 2 plays 7 and 8 play or whatever.
Yeah.
So if that's the case there,
they won't see each other until like the third round.
Right.
If they continue to win.
So right now, 22-point margins. Kanae Love gets it across the timeline now. Gets it over to Kirksey.
Oh, nice dime.
What a dime.
Boyd got to convert that.
Finish right there.
That's okay. That's okay. It was a good play. Good heads up. Again, you got to remember, Boyd's just a freshman. She's learning. She's going up against, you know, a heck of a player in Nestor. I'm trying to look at what Nestor's classification is.
I think she's just a sophomore.
Oh, my God. We got to deal with her for 2 more years? Jeez Louise.
There's always the transfer portal.
Yeah, but there's no reason for her to leave with numbers like that.
No. Ball goes out. It will be Wayland Baptist ball. 2:05 to go.
But that gives Boyd something to look forward to. It gives her something to work towards in the offseason, right?
Yeah.
Being a freshman, being asked to step in and start, you know, she didn't do a bad job. You know, you're not expecting for her to score a lot. You really want her to rebound and defend in the low post, and she did that pretty well.
Inside goes Rivera to the basket. She can't get it.
Love comes. Okay.
And Love, it's off her hand. Are they going to say it remains?
It stays with Wayland, yeah. 77-55, Lady Lions up by 22.
Nestor looks like her night might be done.
Yeah.
To work we go. Contact on the inbound play.
That was a trip. I saw that one.
So Kirksey now has it above the circle near the logo. Ball on the left wing to Rivera. Brittany over to Maddie Boyd. Cross court over to Kirksey. Kirksey couldn't handle the pass initially. Now Haley Jordan turns and fires. Shot no good.
Foul call.
Foul's going to be called against Ellie Bruffy. Team foul number 2. Okay.
Wow.
So it's not on Bruffy. It's on Rivera. So Bruffy to the line, shooting 2. 1:27 to go. Kirksey tonight, 17 points. You got Love with 7 points. Shelley with 25, 6 for Haley Jordan, 3 for Tran Sue, 9 for Kamisha Moore. Second free throw's no good. Rebound by Boyd. Substitutions again into the game now. New players. in the game. We have now Jutala Williams on the floor. Jordan going to work. She can't get it to fall that time. In the hands now of Gallup, who fires the pass ahead, and they're going to try and run it down, but it's going to go out of bounds. Bobby Fuqua could not get it. 65 seconds left in the game.
77-55. Lady Lions look like they're in pretty good control of this one.
Oh, very, very much so.
Yeah.
And if you start looking at certain things about the game, the Lions really won this game in the third. It's where they really put the pressure on them. Yeah. They outscored Wayland Baptist 22-7 in the third. Now, Wayland has been has scored, Langston's outscored them 19-16 in the fourth. But that third, where the Lions were plus 15, is what made this lead such a challenge for them.
Yeah. And then also, too, you look at the difference between this game and last game and what was the X factor, how the Lady Lions defended in the low post against Nestor.
Offensive fouls, the call against Kirksey.
Wow. That's her fourth personal foul.
So it will be Flying Queen ball. Across the timeline now. Ball in the hands of Bruffy, who swings it over to Gallup. Shot, no good. And Kirksey ends up with it as they try to throw it off of her. 27 seconds to go on the inside. Kirksey.
Oh, they call a foul reaching.
Foul's going to be called this time against Peyton North. Team foul number 2, 24 seconds to go. The Lions will bring it in just a second here, as soon as they decide who's going to throw it in. And it looks like right now, Quinae Love's going to inbound the ball. Kirksey gets it.
Dribbles it off her foot.
Off her foot it goes, 22-11. 22 seconds left to go. 77-55. Ball in the hands now of Bruffy. Kirksey picks her up. Shot clock is turned off. Ball on the right wing. Back up top. Fuqua for three. And she knocks it down.
Yeah, nicely done by Fuqua. 5 seconds, and that's it. They're just going to hold the ball. The game is going to end 77-58. Lady Lions victorious over
the Wayland Baptist
Queens.
So Langston outscores them when it's all said and done. Actually, we'll be tied 19 apiece in the fourth. But that third quarter is where the action really changed. Yeah. The Lions came out with a fervor, an energy, a drive to get inside the lane and create opportunities and easier shots. And boy, did they do that, Gary.
Yes, they did.
22-7 overall.
Yeah, no, the Lady Lions did an excellent job of shutting down Nestor. They did an excellent job of playing team defense and team offense, spreading the ball around. We probably had, 3 players tonight, or 4 players tonight in double digits. Cameron Shelley, of course, leading the way with 26 points?
Yeah, so when it's all said and done, looking at the individual stats tonight for this game, so 25 points for Shelley tonight.
Wow.
So we're doing some work down.
Oh, so they're recognizing Butch tonight.
Butch is 82 years old.
He's 82 years old. That is awesome.
We'll see that second. All right, here we go.
A Langston University icon.
2, 3.
Happy birthday.
So Butch getting recognized as the Langston women beat Wayland Baptist.
And the student body, of course, recognizing Butch. I don't even know how old Butch is, but
and they said 82.
He's 82 years old. The living legend himself.
So Cameron Shelley, the player of the game from
Butch
Langston.
Benjamin Harden.
All right. He scores 25 points tonight to lead the Lions in the win. Your biggest takeaway from the game, because to me, they needed a game against Wayland Baptist. They lost the first one. They needed one to get back on the right side of things, Gary, and the Lady Lions were able to do that tonight.
Yeah, no, my comments about this game is real simple. Lady Lions played their game. They did a very good job defensively. They got into the groove. I'm telling you, I really like the play of both Kirksey, Shelley, Cameron Shelley, and also Moore. Though that guard tandem was really, really tough to contend with. In the low post, you did a very good job with Little playing down in the low post. And also, got to give credit to Boyd. As a freshman, she was asked to start tonight. She's not usually a starter, but she was asked to step up and for the most part, defend against Nestor and knock her off her average, which don't necessarily know what her average is, but what I do know, I bet you she's averaging double digits. And then, of course, what she did against the Lady Lions, what is it, 40 and 24 or something like that?
No, that was 32 and 24.
32 and 24, same thing. Anybody get 24 rebounds and score over 30 points, I'm sorry. They're a force to be reckoned with.
And tonight she only got loose for 13.
13 points. How many rebounds did she get, I wonder?
Tonight she had a total of 12 rebounds.
Okay, so she's still double-doubled, but far below her average against the Lady Lions. So I'll take it.
All right. So we're going to take a break, come back, and get you set for the men's game in just a minute. The men's game is scheduled to start here in about 20 minutes, and we'll be back a little bit before then to get you ready. You're listening to Langston Lion Basketball on Greek Night, sponsored by Tinker Federal Credit Union. Test, 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 test. Good evening. Time for the men's contest to jump off. We're back here at CF Gales for Greek night. The women dominated in their performance earlier tonight, and now it's time to start talking about the Langston men's basketball team. A men's team that last year was 16-0 at home, and all they've done this year is raise the bar to the next level. They're 12-0 at home tonight, a 28-game winning streak on the line tonight as they take on the Wayland Baptist Pioneers. I'm Maurice Prince. This is Gary Woods. We're about 6 minutes away from tip-off tonight. But Gary, there's a lot of things, a lot of emphasis, there's a lot of energy in the building, but the players tonight for Langston will be playing with a little bit of a heavy heart tonight.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, Mo, the Langston family has lost one of its own. The player, Sharif Knox, who is near and dear to me and Superintendent's heart, he actually transferred, came in with Coach Wright in his first year, transferred from Coppin State University. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He tragically lost his father this week. And so it's with a heavy heart that he's not going to be with the team. And his brothers on the basketball team wanted him to know that they are thinking of him and they are praying of him, as Sharif had to go home yesterday to see about his family and, of course, to go and take care of affairs dealing with his father. His father's name is Damon Knox, and, of course, again, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it's always a tough thing when someone that you love and care about, part of this Langston family, has come here, has been a good student, has been a leader and a student athlete, suffers such a loss. And we wanted to take a moment to just offer our love and support and condolences for Sharif and his family. I know the team is thinking about him, of course, wanting him to heal in his own way, in his own time, but he is definitely missed. And of course, they wanted him to know as well that they are mourning and grieving with him, and that they're going to be playing with a lot of passion and support. And I know that this game tonight, although it's Greek night, I know this is a night where they're going to be holding up Sharif and his family. And so with a heavy heart, we say, Sharif, we care about you, man. We love you. We miss you. But, again, we understand and we're with you.
This is one of those things that everybody goes through tragedies, and it's unfortunate for anyone who has to go through that. But here at Langston, it's a little bit different because it's more of a family environment than most people actually truly understand, Gary.
Yeah.
And that when you said you need some support, there is an open door here, open door policy from administration down to teachers, down to the students that you play with,
that's right,
dorm with, because everyone here is close. Everybody knows each other. It's a close-knit environment and
that's
family
right.
here at Langston.
Yeah, and that's what makes the student body here so special. That's what makes homecoming so special, because when someone is suffering or grieving, people can relate to that. They're close enough to touch it, Mo, and understand it. And I just want Sharif to know, if he's watching the game, if he's listening, that so many people are caring about him, asking about him. They miss him not being here. And of course, we understand what he is going through, and our hearts and our minds are with him and his family today.
As we get prepared for tonight's contest, there are numbers, folks, and we can spend the rest of this game talking about them, because the numbers are mind-blowing that Langston's been putting up this year. Averaging about 83 points per contest, 83 points, holding their opponents to overall 58 points per game. That's 25.7 points better. This team, you're saying, okay, do they do the little things well? How about a team that has been to the free throw line 545 times over the course of the season, shooting 75% from the free throw line? Then you're saying, well, can they rebound? Yes, they're out rebounding their opponents per game by 9. You're asking yourself, does this team score the ball? And the answer is yes, they can score the ball. 3 Lions are already in double-digit scoring tonight. That is Cortez Mosley, Anthony Roy, and Ronald Mitchell. And especially Anthony Roy, I have to bring it to you because back on January 20th, I'm going to say this now, it was raining threes in Plainview, Texas. Anthony Roy could not be stopped. That young man was 4 of 8 from deep, had 21 points in the contest, but he shot an extremely great percentage. And as for a team, Langston as a team, Gary, get this number, 46% from 3 for the game. So what I'm saying to you here is, oh, well, did they shoot well from 2s? How about 53%? So the only thing they didn't do well that night is shoot free throws. Well, they only had 10 of them. They made 6 of 10. So you can sit there and be picky if you want to. Now, Wayland Baptist had one thing that was going for them over the course of the night, and that was second chance points. They had more second chance points in the team, but what was the score? Maurice, it was 86-63. I got to find something bad to talk about. I don't have much time, Gary, to talk about anything bad. Chris Wright's got a team that's on a mission.
Loaded. I mean, 10 Division I transfers. 10 Division I transfers made their way down to Langston University. That speaks volumes in terms of what Chris Wright is able to do and as it relates to recruiting. And you know what's funny is that they all can score the basketball. The emphasis that he places, defense and rebounding and protecting the basketball. He cares less about scoring. Why? Because you got 3 players in double digits. You got 2 players who are on the NAIA small school top 100 watch list. And they're not the only 2 that can play. There's about 10 guys who will have the opportunity, Mo, on this Langston Lion basketball team that will get a shot at playing professional somewhere.
Now, it's funny that you say that. See, this team last year was 31-3, 20-2 in conference play. But when it mattered the most, the team didn't have the experience at that level. Right. The team has that now.
Yes, they do.
You got leadership on the floor when you talk about Toro Dean.
Yep.
You start talking about other guys who fill in many other different levels and how important it is for this team to learn how to get things done.
Their 6th man off the bench averages a double-double. 6th man. Okay, DeMonte Brown.
Right.
6th man. He averages 14 and 10 a night. So just let that sink in for a moment.
You do. So when it starts talking about this in the last matchup against Wayland Baptist, and we're going to pause real quick for Lift Every Voice and Sing in honor of Black History Month played by the Langston University Marching Bride. All right, so let me correct myself. They're probably going to play that one on Saturday. I was told that they were going to play, so then that's the national anthem, of course. Want to make sure we get it. So the team has won four games in a row. So, Gary, the next level of this game, as we get ready for Greek night, men's basketball, Langston Lions hosting the Wayland Baptist Pioneers, sponsored by Tinker Federal Credit Union. What would some things you would like to see from the team tonight?
Well, of course, Langston's have to do what they've been doing the other 20 games. They just need to come out, start fast, and defend well. The key to Langston's success is always, will you defend, will you rebound, will you protect the basketball, and make free throws. I think if there's ever a time where we don't play well as a team, it's typically because we don't shoot well from the free throw line. And so if we do those four things, if we come out, play defense, if we defend, take care of the basketball, shoot free throws, we'll be fine.
Now, from the Langston Lion perspective tonight, you just don't want to start any bad habits. Now, it's going to be hard to do. I'll tell you right now, Chris Rice is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet until the game starts.
Right.
When the game starts, he doesn't like anybody who's not playing defense and is not running the offense that has been set to go. I mean, is that a good way to describe Chris Wright?
That's exactly how you describe Chris Wright. He's the nicest guy ever until the game starts. And if you want to see him get mad, don't defend.
Right. Start playing ugly basketball.
All of a sudden, you'll see a throwback to Bobby Knight.
And I mean, and that's he has that. The last time we were here, Gary, I think he had to go change shirt after the first quarter.
Did he really?
I mean,
wow.
I'm just saying.
No, that he gets like that. Oh, I guarantee you, his shirt tail is going to come out before halfway through the first period. Promise you.
All right. So as we're set, 20 on the clock, and of course in the men's basketball game, you have, of course, 20 minutes. You're not doing quarters anymore.
Right.
So, Gary, if you would please here, and we'll probably have to wait and confirm it here in just a moment to get the official starters for tonight.
Yeah, I have the starters for the Langston. Yeah, so starting at guard number 0, Ronald Mintrell. He's a transfer from Sam Houston. We have Anthony Roy starting at guard number 2, 6'5" junior transfer from New Mexico State. Toru Dean, transfer from Miami, Florida. At point guard, you have Jay Allen Tolliver, who's a transfer from New Mexico, the 6'10" senior from San Jose, California. And then last but not least, Mr. Cortez Mosley, one of the top junior college players in the nation, 6'5" forward from Peoria, Illinois.
All right. So it looks like jumping it up in center court right now, we're going to have number 11, Tolliver, jumping up against, looks like Mikael Murray. And Murray was the star of the Pioneer team last time they played. He had 16 points. So here we go. And, of course, the Greeks in the house are ready to set it off, and the Lions are going to maintain control. And, of course, Mr. Dean, if you please, is in control. Okay, the ball swinging around now. Back in the hands of Dean. Right now, Wayland Baptist opens up in man-to-man defense right now, trying to find some space to operate. Anthony Roy with the left-handed shot. Can't get it to fall right now. Ball almost trickles out of bounds, but Wayland Baptist maintains possession right now. Right now, the ball back in the hands of Murray. Langston extending pressure.
Backcourt.
Ball goes to the backcourt. Toro Dean now gets it. And Dean to the basket strong. Off the front of the rim. Gets it on and scores it.
Nicely done. Great second effort by Toru Dean.
Now, I have to be upset about Wayland Baptist on that play. And I have to talk about it because when the ball got turned over to the backcourt, it's better for you to get it.
Yeah, just have an offensive half set than to give up a secondary fast break.
Exactly. So, I mean, to me, that's just the one thing. You're giving a team that's looking for a reason to ignite to burn.
Yeah.
Dean misses the shot, and he almost out-hustles and gets the on rebound, but Wayland Baptist controls. Coming across the middle of the floor. Up now is Tajay Hill. Hill into the lane, drops it down low. They try to get it to the big man. They can't score. And on the other side, contact is going to be fouled as Murray will go to the free throw line. Looks like they're going to call the foul right now against number 15 for the Langston Lion right now, Cortez Mosley.
Yep, and Coach Wright, he's questioning, hey, what are you doing defensively? He is a stickler for defense as DeMonte Brown comes to the score table. Check in.
So now They're going to substitute right away. So you said DeMonte Brown comes in. Again, not afraid to substitute. If you're not in the right position automatically, just look for your spot to be taken.
Even though there's only 5 guys who can start the game, in the eyes of Coach Wright, he has 10 starters. So he can go with a combination of any 5 players from those 10 guys and still get the job done.
All right, Murray knocks down the free throw. We're all tied up at 2. Also tied up in team fouls. Both teams have 1. 19:05 to go. Dean going to work on the left wing. Dean back to the left wing. Shot fired there by Roy. He can't get it to fall that time. Rebound pulled down by the Pioneers. Going to work now. Ball in the hand now of Leach. And Leach gets it to the big guy. And DeMitchell Belfield scores and puts the Pioneers up by 2.
Yeah, Belfield, he's big boy at 6'9", standing there in the low post. Looked like he weighs about 300 pounds, too.
Going to work inside the lane. Mitchell can't get it to fall that time and pulled down by Murray. Langston, sometimes a play will extend pressure about 3/4 court. And it looks like officials are going to stop action for just a moment here. Not quite sure what the call is here, but it will remain Pioneer basketball.
Anthony Wright checking into the game. He's subbing in for Ronald Mitchell. So into the game now, of course, Wright. Wright's going to cover the inbounder. 6'7" wingman transfer in from Chicago, Illinois.
Ball's in the hands of Murray now. Handoff now to Hill. Hill being picked up by Dean. Hill fires from deep. Hill can't get the shot to fall.
Rebound.
Going to work is Murray, deflected, and it's going to be controlled this time by Anthony Roy. 18:01 to go in the first half. About 2 minutes into the game. Firing the ball to the corner. Ball outside to the wing.
Brown gets the ball.
Brown for 3.
Drains
the 3 ball.
DeMonte Brown.
5-4. Lions up by 1.
He's that double-double 6-man that we talked about. He's averaging a double-double for the season for the Lions.
Trying to get the ball down low and driving inside goes Murray. Murray can't score it this time. Inside goes Hill. He can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah,
rebound
great job.
That time by Brown.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Tarver. He does a good job of altering the shot there.
And Toro Dean's been here through the change with Chris Wright into. But Langston, there was a year when Garen, you and I were out here, where Langston didn't have any bigs. They were basically starting 5 guards.
Yeah, no, they were.
And so Toro Dean, to me, inside power game, can't get it to fall that time for Topher.
2-on-1 fast break.
And on the other end, Tajay Hill to the basket. He scored 6-5. And Chris Wright is upset, calls a timeout early because no one's getting back. Now, what I was basically saying there is during that step there when they were playing with 5 guards for the most part, Gary.
Yep.
You had to learn how to guard. Didn't matter whether it was a big, because it didn't matter. It's all we had.
That's right.
So spend that couple of years later, one of the great advantages for Chris Wright is he can mix and match, as you said, not only on the offensive end for packages, he can do it really well with defensive packages as well.
Yeah, and also, too, when you consider the fact that, again, when you start recruiting guys at the Division I level, your guards go from being 6'2", 6'3" type NAIA guys to being 6'6", 6'7" type guys. So when you have those sort of stretch players who can play a 3, a 4, and some of them even athletically and physical, like a Cortez Mosley, he can even defend down into the low post, being a 6'5" guard.
All right, back to live action now. So moving the ball into the front court now. Ball is now Toro Dean. Going to drive inside. Shot up and
nicely
somehow,
done.
I don't know how he wheeled that ball in, but he did. 7-6 is the score. Toro Dean inside, has no fear. To the outside, Hill.
Don't like that matchup.
Hill's got Tover on him, and Hill knew what exactly to do with it and knocked it down. 8-7 is the score.
Yeah, he got away with a push there against Tover. He kind of drove, and then he pushed, did the old Michael Jordan hip push.
All right, to work here, Anthony Roy back over to Dean. Dean drives inside, then pulls it back out. Dean resets inside to Tover. Bounce pass inside to Brown.
Monte
and Brown scores it. Beautiful pass
Great
by Jay
patience.
Tover on that one.
That is great patience by the Langston Lion offensive set there. They worked that ball around. Torudin didn't like what he saw, so he just brought the ball all the way back around up front again.
All right,
Stolen.
Tover with a nice deflection on
Michael
the ball.
Wright.
So a foul's going to be called here in that exchange. So,
Okay, foul against Wayland Baptist.
yeah, that's going to get against. So it looks like that was against Leach. Team foul number 2. 9-8 is the score.
Rodney Carson, 6'3" guard, senior for Wayland Baptist, is checking into the game.
Also substitution in.
And also number 21, Boy Tong.
Quaff is in the game as well for Langston Lions now. And you had mentioned it earlier, but
Yeah.
Paul Turner is in the game as well.
Yeah, Turner was another.
Dean, high off the glass,
Nicely done by Torudin.
finds a path, drives down Main Street, and puts it up.
Now, Turner was a player that played with Chris Wright when he was at Talladega. And he set out a semester, and Chris Wright found out that he was still available and recruited him back to Langston University, which was an additional pickup for the Lions that will prove very, very useful down the stretch in the playoffs.
All right, Dean ends up pulling down the rebound. Langston up by 3. Under 15 to go. And Dean turns and fires, and is going to be fouled on a three-point shot.
Three-point shot.
So as it stands right now, Turo Dean, 6 of the Lions' 11 points. And he came off the bench, folks, and DeMonte Brown with 5. Dean knocks down the free throw, extends the lead to 12. Well, to 12-8, excuse me, lead to 4.
Yeah, Majak Quath, he checks into the game. He's actually a 6'7", 6'8" power forward that transferred in from San Jose State for the Lions. Again, another one of those fantastic pickups by Coach Chris Wright.
So Dean gets 3. Right now he is 1 of 2. We'll take that 2 of 3.
13-8.
Back to work. Coming up now, bringing the ball up is Rodney Carson Jr. So Carson being picked up by Dean. Carson goes in the lane, kicks it back out. Ball fake.
Oh, I think that might have been a travel.
They're going to call it. Slipping on the floor there as Boy Tong going to end up losing his footing there. 14-4, 14:40 to go in the first half. Ball inbounded now by Paul Turner. Mitchell controlling the offense now as Toro Dean gets a breather. Ball being brought back to the right wing. DeMonte Brown. Sidestep and knocks down
again.
to 3.
DeMonte Brown, second-year man transfer from Miami-Dade.
So going to work. Brown's off to a blistering start right now. Could be in double digits after that shot.
Oh,
We'll have to get that.
stolen.
What a
Cortez
great
Mosley.
play. Cortez Mosley coming up with the steal. Tez pushes the ball. Swings it. Gonna slow it down.
Ron Mitchell now has the ball. He's coming in for Torudin. He's playing the point. Transfer from Sam Houston State.
And then short corner jump shot. No good.
Rims out on
Rebound
Turner.
pulled down that
Good
time
look by Turner.
by Wrecker. 13:39. Ball across the timeline. Ball on the left wing, shot. And they're going to knock down a 3, and they're going to call a foul on the play as that shot's going to be knocked down by Leach.
Yeah, Cortez Mosley got a little handsy. Hand came forward and kind of caught the shooting arm. And so he's going to get an opportunity to go to the free throw line, making a 4-point play.
Toro Dean returns. Also coming into the game, returning to the game is Anthony Roy. So Brett Reach at the free throw line, looking to knock down and complete the 4-point play, something you don't see that often. Substitutions in the game. So it reduced the Langston lead down to 4 now. Roy to throw it into Dean. Here we go. working the ball around. Anthony Roy swings it. Toro Dean pulls it back, and they reset. Switch as Murray's covering Roy, and the ball is going to get knocked out of bounds, but it looked like it could have been off Belfield, but it's not, according to the officials. And back to work goes Wayland. Pioneers across the timeline right now. Quentin Coleman. Ball's knocked loose, and Langston will get it. Ball security a problem on these last two possessions. Let's see if the Lions can settle down now. Ball back in the hands of Dean. Toro Dean across the timeline to the left wing. Dean looking for space to operate. Swings it to Roy. Leaves Ronald Mitchell in the corner. Mitchell backs it out, reset, back to Dean. Dean has it picked.
Dean got picked.
Makai Murray has the ball knocked loose.
Great defensive play by
But they're going to call
Mitchell.
a foul. I thought he knocked the ball loose, but they're going to say he caught him. So Murray to the free throw line shooting two. So Makai Murray going to shoot here. Trying to bring the Pioneers within two. Back rims that first one. And looking at Wayland Baptist right now, Hill and Leach are the high scorers for them. They both have 4 apiece right now. For Langston, only 2 players in the scoring column. It's crazy. Dean and Brown. Murray misses.
Rebound Dean.
Misses both.
Rebound Brown. Sorry.
So now, across the line comes Toro Dean. Foul situation. Wayland Baptist has 4 team fouls. Langston has 2. So back in the hands of Dean on the handoff. Dean, cross court over to Ronald Brown, who fires a 3.
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Mitchell misses that one, going back to work. Pressure being applied by the Langston defense as they got back into position. Ball in the hands now of Taji Hill. Hill has 4. To the left, Belfield is going to get called for steps. And nice job. You fronted the player and then pulled the chair from him on the backside.
Yep.
He didn't know if he was coming or going.
So as soon as he caught the ball, he stumbled backwards, got called for steps. And the Lions substitute.
So Tover's in the game now, as well as Michael Wright.
Michael Wright, yeah.
So Dean's still in the game, along with Anthony Roy and DeMonte Brown. And right now, Brown and Dean are the only ones who have scored right now. Brown fires it, back in the hands now of Wright. And then Anthony Roy turns and fires.
Money, 3 ball.
And that was money. So Anthony Roy is finally on the scoreboard now with his first 3 of the night. Last time they played, folks, he had 21. Swings the ball over now to Hill, Taji Hill. Brown picks him up. Hill dumps it down low on a nice inside pass to Rodney Carson. Carson's going to get fouled on that play.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Michael Wright.
So 14 fouls now. Michael Wright getting called for the foul there. 7-point advantage, sending Wayland Baptist back to the line. And that particular time, Rodney Carson Jr. knocks it down. Belfield's out. They're going to sub him out. And Jackson Record comes in the game, number 23. And the shot falls beautifully that time for Carson. Pulls Wayland Baptist within 5, 19-14. Across the timeline, Toro Dean. Dean on the left wing, back up top. Ball back in the hands of Anthony Roy. He just knocked down a 3, and he decides to take another one. And Roy front rims that one, can't get it to fall. Rebound by the Pioneers, and they're going to push the ball. Swings it to the left side, Taji Hill. Stutter steps, drives to the lane, and rolls one in. Coming in strong from the baseline and knocks it down. Pushes the lead back, or reduces the lead down to 3, 19-16. close to the 10-minute mark. Langston has led the whole way. No lead changes as it's so far. And that time, Leach is going to get the deflected pass. They're going to fire a shot from the outside. Shot no good. Ball's rolling around. Leach goes down to get it. And they're going to call a foul. They're going to say a kick ball.
Yeah, they're calling kick.
So kick ball looks like it will remain Pioneer ball. We'll see. So Cortez Mosley comes in now for Anthony Roy. Pioneers are going to inbound the ball from the baseline. Thank you for tuning in tonight on PPBC TV. Tune in to Greek Night. Men trying to do what the ladies have already done. Spin move, and what a move up top
on the rebound
by Leach, getting to the basket, but he couldn't get it to fall. And Tovar with a man's rebound. Dean driving into double coverage. Going to drive inside this time. Going to throw it up high off the glass. Nobody gets it to fall.
Rebound,
and
Brown.
then Brown gets it again. Rebound pulled down by Murray. And Murray with the scoop shot in the lane and drops it down. And Wayland Baptist down 1.
Wow.
So now, Wayland Baptist being opportunistic now on the turnovers, Gary. And looking at the turnover situation as it stands right now.
Toru Dean from 3.
Dean for 3, can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down now by Taji Hill. And on the other end, the Lions retrieve the errant pass. Dean is going to lose it. And let's see if we're going to call a jump ball situation, and we will. So turnovers right now, Wayland Baptist has 6. The Lions have 3.
So Ron Mitchell checks back in the game with Majak. So we have Brown, Mitchell, Majak, Tovar, Dean.
Yeah, Majak Huaf. 19-18 is the score, 9:18 to go. Ball's inbounded now. Lion defense is going to have to step up. Ball across the timeline now is Taji Hill. And Toro Dean gets the switch, so Dean's covering. Taji Hill decides to drive down Main Street. Toro Dean gets the block. We're going to say he caught him with the body.
Yeah.
Team foul number 5, so that means going to the free throw line, shooting 2 now.
Wayland Baptist doing a really good job of coming out and applying pressure offensively on the Lions. They're really trying to get as many paint touches, Mo, as possible, trying to either draw the foul or get to the free throw line. And right now, so far in the first half, it's been highly effective for Wayland.
All right, so we're all tied up now at 19. Everything was all good just a week ago. The Lions have allowed the early energy of this game to be grounded to a halt as Wayland Baptist is finding ways to get easy baskets. Taji Hill knocks down his second free throw. And as far as that goes now, Hill is the high flyer for Wayland Baptist. He's got 7 in the first half. And since the early part of the game, Dean and Brown have cooled off. Haven't gotten a lot of production from a lot of other Lions. On the other end,
on the low post
Majak
moves, nicely
scores,
done.
and Kuth gives them back the lead, 21-20.
Yeah, did a great job taking the ball, pivoting the low post, reversed that pivot, created some space for himself to get the easy basket.
Belfield, Kuth trying to cover Murray. Kuth with the rebound.
Good rebound.
Going to swing the ball over now to Dean.
Yep. Coach Wright staying in the half-court set. He's calling the plays every time down court. He want to make sure they get good possessions.
Kuth on the block. Kuth wheels and deals inside. Tries to muscle a shot in, can't get it to fall. And Tovar.
Yep, ball stays with Langston.
With great hustle and protecting the ball as it went out of bounds. It will remain as the Lions' ball, but that was a good hustle by him to keep the Wayland Baptist player from trying to recoup the ball.
Yep, good job.
So Anthony Roy comes in, Toro Dean comes out.
That means Ronald Mitchell goes to the point guard. So we have on the floor Tovar, Majak, Roy, Mitchell, and Mosley.
Okay, Roy into the lane, and they're going to call him for a step there.
Yep.
In the NBA, you know, you get away
with that, yeah. But not in NAI.
Or at least not all the time, depending on the officiating crew.
Right.
All right, back to work now. Ball back in the hands of Murray.
Oh.
And down low, nobody covers, and he was wide open. Quentin Coleman drops it in. Back and forth we go. Wayland Baptist now in control, 22-21. 7:42 to go. Kuth has the ball knocked out of his hand, or they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul that time.
Yep, DeMonte Brown.
On Makai Murray. So, returning to the game now, we also have, okay, so Tovar's on the game, Kuth's in the game. DeMonte Brown is back in. Toro Dean is back, and Anthony Roy.
That's right. One of the key players that Langston is missing right now is Jaquavius Lennox.
Roy wheels and deals in the lane and drops it in.
Goes from right to left with the left hand. He has such great hang time, Mo. It enables him to just stay elevated above most players because he's so long and so athletic.
Ball outside for Recker. Recker is going to end up unloading it. Ball fake by Quentin Coleman. Brown stepping out on him. Coleman swings it. Leach for three. Front rim's no good. Nice rebound by Tovar. 7:02. Lions up by one, looking to expand the lead on this possession. So back up top to Brown. Trying to get the ball in the hands of Tovar.
Yep.
Tovar. Ball's going to get knocked loose. It will remain with the Lions.
Tovar wanted the foul call.
13 seconds on the shot clock. So now they're going to make him inbound the ball from the corner. So back, Dean finds a crease, unloads it to the corner. Shot by Anthony Roy. He can't get it to fall. Kuth with the rebound.
Good rebound by Brown.
And then on the backfield, Belfield fouls DeMonte Brown. He's going to go back to the free throw line. But nice look to the corner. Anthony Roy had a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to sing "Here Comes the Sun" when he shot that one.
Right.
Wasn't able to fall. But at the free throw line, Brown been stuck at 8. He and Dean both. Rattles that one in.
Yeah.
Take to the game for the Lions, number 15, Cortez Mosley.
So Cortez Mosley comes in for Tovar.
Interesting combination there. 4 guards and 1 post player.
So back to work again. Brown. And he knocks both down. Brown still perfect at the free throw line thus far.
Yep.
Coming across Tarjay Hill.
Lions going to a matchup man-to-man.
Back covering Dean. And again, they try to get it to Belfield. Nice footwork there by Kuth. But Belfield's going to turn and fire and drop it in. And they're going to score the basket for Belfield, who went with the power game against Kuth. You talked about it, going light at the post. Belfield recognized it and went to work.
Well, you know, you're talking about Majak gives up probably about, I'm pretty sure he gives up close to about 100 pounds to
I mean, now, again,
Belfield.
Majak Kuth is 6'7".
Yeah, but
I know, but
he only
size.
He only weighs probably about 215 pounds. But when you look at Belfield's every bit of 290.
Belfield completes the three-point play, and we're all tied up again.
And he's 6'9".
All right, 16 fouls for the Lions, 5 team fouls for Wayland Baptist. Ball in the hands now of Tovar. Swings it over to Brown. Back up top to Dean. To Roy, who thought about the three, decided against it. And they're going to lose it as Belfield's going to come up with the steal. Ball in the hand now
25-25.
of Hill. Hill swings it over to Recker, to Belfield underneath the goal, and Belfield can't score. Misses the bunny. Rebound pulled down by Roy. Then back to Roy. Roy ball fakes, drives in the lane, almost loses it. Finally is able to get it and then score the basket for Roy. Roy starting to heat up now. Roy officially on the night has 7 first-half points. So he's going to go ahead to the free throw line now with a chance to complete the three-point play and extend the lead to 3. Roy takes his time, knocks it down, leads up to 3. He has 8 first-half points now. 5.5 to go before the end of the first half.
Ron Mitchell checks in the game for Anthony Roy.
All right, working the ball around. Ball on the left wing. Ball up top now. To the left wing, swings it. Record drives inside. And he works it. I mean, that was a nice move.
Yeah.
A reverse lay-in as he scores the ball on Tover.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tover thought he had that in his game.
He knows now.
He knows now. 5:03 to go. Dean over to Mosley. Mosley double teamed. Ball spins inside and tries to get it to Tover, but he had a wide open to the basket.
He did, but he wanted to try to drop the dime into Tover. And what he should have done was just pulled up and just taken the short, 5-foot jump shot.
So Tover comes out, and now entering the game again is Majak Kuth.
4:50 remaining in the first half, 28-27. Langston leads by 1.
All right, ball back in the hands of Leach, who swings it over to Recker. Recker back to Leach. Leach fires another 3, can't get it to pull down.
Dean.
Dean into the front court. Stutter step. Mosley works it against the bigs, finishes at the rim, can't get it to fall. Fighting underneath.
Rebound by Brown.
Brown still fighting. That time Leach ends up pulling it down. Lions getting a couple of chances at the basket. Leaves it over for Quentin Coleman, who shoots it. Going up
rebound.
High. DeMonte Brown skying to get the rebound there. Lions are going to have to work for this one tonight. Both teams tied up with 6 fouls apiece. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Working it inside, swing it to the corner, and they're going to say that Mitchell stepped out of bounds. So into the game now is Paul Turner, the 6'5" senior from Chicago, is into the game for the Lions now. Full timeout's going to be called here on the floor. And what has Wayland Baptist done well, Gary, to slow down the Langston offense?
Well, for the most part, they've contested every single shot. They haven't made it easy at all. Langston also has been in the paint, and they've taken some of the more higher percentage shots as it relates to range. They're just not converting them. And then, of course, Wayland Baptist is doing a good job of getting some of those rebounds. They're really putting forth a lot of effort getting those wrong rebounds, and then they're going up court, and then they're getting into the paint themselves and trying to either convert or get to the free throw line. Right now, they've been very disruptive to the Langston offense.
Yeah, when you start looking at the numbers right now, overall, Wayland Baptist is shooting 42% in field goals, 9 of 21 overall, 42%. Langston, on the other hand, is shooting 10 of 25, 40%. And really one of the key statistics right now, Wayland Baptist is 1 of 6 from 3, 16%. But Langston is 3 of 8, 37%. So then you go to the free throw. Wayland Baptist 8 of 10, 80%. Langston 5 of 7, 71%. A few points underneath their average, but 14 rebounds to 15 rebounds. Langston's out rebounding them by 1. So, I mean, you're talking about, lead changes coming back and forth in this game. And basically Wayland Baptist being able to hang in here as Langston has not put together a consistent knockout punch here.
Right.
Swinging the ball to the outside now. Ball in the hands now of Javante Jones, who's in the game. And then Murray is going to get fouled there by Kuth.
Yeah, Langston switched to a zone defense. And Majak was just slightly out of position. Got the blocking foul.
So putting Makai Murray back at the line. Murray back rims that one. Nice rebound by Turner. So now Toro Dean across the timeline, 3:30 to go. Dean has been stuck on 8 since early in the first part of this half.
Brown
and then
balls.
Brown couldn't get anything to touch iron there.
Yeah, just kind of shot the ball out of rhythm. He probably should have caught it and taken another step more so in his range.
The Lions have got to find a way to generate some energy on the defensive side of the ball. Wayland Baptist has been able to dictate a lot on the offensive end, finding good looks all night long. All right, step back three-point shot.
Drills it.
Is good by Tong.
Yeah, good look. I mean, he actually took Torver out on the edge there, stepped back at three-point range. Torver laid off of him. He took the shot.
Crowd is starting to get a little antsy here.
Yep.
And turning and fires Ronald Mitchell. He can't get it to fall. And Murray
That's exactly what's happening. You know, Langston takes the shot. Wayland Baptist does a great job of blocking out, limiting those possession opportunities to one shot.
So now the ball outside in the hands of Carson. Carson back over to Tong.
He walked.
And Tong's going to get called for steps. So substitutions coming into the game now. Taylor's going to inbound it, more than likely to Dean. So Brown, Roy, Mosley, Taylor, and Dean are on the floor right now. Under 2.5 to go. So going to work now. Ball back in the hands of Mosley. Hands off to Dean. Dean over to Mosley. Mosley turns and fires a three.
Rims out.
And then out from the left wing. Can't get it to ball.
Yeah.
Can't find a three right now.
Yep.
Carson drives inside, then dumps it inside.
Oh,
And
wow.
Are they going to count the basket?
Yes, they did.
Count the basket on that one. So nice job of getting the ball in the basket there by Murray. Sweet pass by Carson on that one. And right now the Lions find themselves down 4, 2:02 to go in this game. Murray trying to complete the three-point play. And Murray does.
33-28. Wayland Baptist leads the Lions.
Lions have 18 fouls. We're talking about 6. Again, so who's being the aggressor? Right now, it's Wayland Baptist.
Yes, they are.
Lions are settling for three-point shots right now.
Which
Ball
is
back in
not
the hands
good.
of Taylor.
They need to focus on paint touches. They need to get in closer.
Ball nearly stolen. Toro Dean tracks it down. Carson deflected it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dean stutter steps, gets to the lane inside, tries to finish with the left hand, draws contact, and will get back to the line now. So that's good because we had Toro Dean, who scored 8 points in the first 7 minutes of the game, and then hasn't scored anything since then.
Yeah, the offensive production for the Lions right now is definitely down.
So Dean knocks down the free throw. Both teams are in the bonus now.
Especially when Langston at its best will probably have 5 players in double digits typically. And also, too, considering that it's a minute 35 left in the half, this is well below Langston's typical first half average.
I would say that. And the last time they played this team, they actually scored 43
in the first half.
In the first half of the game.
Yeah.
So right now, Lions down 3, 90 seconds left to go in the first half. Taji Hill with Dean on him. The Lions are going to have to find a spark, and it's going to have to be sparked by the defense. Wayland Baptist has come in on a mission right now, and Tong has the ball. Swings it out. Tarji Hill turns and fire.
Oh.
Can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Brown.
Demonte Brown.
Dean across the timeline with 23 on the shot clock.
Yeah, Brown gets the block and the rebound.
Dean wheels and deals, throws it. And Taylor has it, turns and fires.
Rims it out.
And they're going to call a foul. They're going to catch a foul here on DeMonte Brown. Foul's going to be called on DeMonte Brown.
Oh, wow. Called him for a push.
So 19 fouls now. One more, it'll be the double bonus. So to the free throw line now goes Brett Leach.
Bajak checks in for Turner.
And so far, Leach has 4 on the night. He was 1 of 1 at the free throw line earlier, completed a 4-point play. That's all he's been able to score, but he's got an opportunity to knock down 2 and push the lead up to 5. Nope, sorry,
Rebound
1 and 1.
shot.
Rebound by Kuth.
49 seconds.
Roy across the timeline now onto the left wing, bounce pass inside to Dean. Dean, chest bumping. Dean inside with the runner, just flips it up.
Oh,
and then
nice
finally
follow by
Kuth
Majak.
puts it in.
32-33, 36 left.
Lions down by 1. 33 seconds to go. And pressure being applied. Tong now has it. He's near half court. Hands off. Ball's going to be deflected by Dean. 21 seconds on the clock. 15 on the shot clock. Taji Hill drives inside, and they didn't call an offensive foul on that one.
They did not call an offensive foul on that
35-32. 10 seconds on the clock. Across the timeline, Dean's got to hurry. 6 seconds. Shot clock turned off. 4 seconds. 3.
Pull it.
Dean inside the lane
Short.
with the runner, and that shot is short as time expires at the end of the first half. 35-32.
Wow, when's the last time we've seen that, Mo? Langston goes in at half down.
And it's going to be tough. So it's going to be a Greek halftime performance. We're going to take a look at the numbers overall.
Yep.
Gary and I are going to try and break this thing down because it's a shocker going on here at Gales right now.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a little bit more. You're listening to Langston Lion basketball, brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union, as the Lions are down 35-32. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Welcome back. We're here at the Tinker Federal Credit Union halftime report. Maurice Prince and Gary Woods, the coach, in the box. You know, Coach, watching everybody get loose on the floor as the Greeks are stepping. You were just talking about, you know, you saying, again, I can't say I never crossed, I never did none of that.
Yeah.
So I can't say what you say, but you said it's just been, when you see this, it's been a while.
Oh, my God. I'm sitting up here looking at these young kids, right, and thinking back that when I was their age, I couldn't wait to get out of here and start my life. Now here I am, you know, looking at, you know, the backside of my career, thinking to myself, oh, to be young again, right? You know, and to be able to look forward to life as it comes. I mean, these young students, number one, they're experiencing something fantastic in that they can come to a university like Langston and be affirmed.
And I don't think truly people, if you haven't come home, that's why you need to come to the homecoming game on Saturday.
Yeah.
Again, the winter homecoming is not, of course, the fall homecoming.
No, it's not.
But it's an opportunity to come back and see all the changes.
Right.
And there's changes constantly going down. When you say it's been a long time, how different is the campus from just when you were here?
Oh, my God. Oh, this campus is so much bigger. I mean, apartment complexes, new buildings, upgraded Union. I mean, even the Gales, you know, Gales is much bigger than it was when I was here. And, you know, but I think the bigger thing is that, you know, students now are just so much more engaged and involved when you consider the fact that we have a very, very strong band. You know, the band wasn't as big. You know, our students, you know, they have all of the various organizations, kids have groups to associate with. We didn't have as many back when I was in school, and I was in school here from 87 to 91. And so many of my classmates, people who were there over the 5 to 7 years that I was in school at the same time, you know, we can relate to the same thing. So what I'll say to this is that, this, you know, Langston is a much different place. It's a much better place in a lot of ways. And the beautiful thing about it is that a place like Langston University is truly a melting pot from the standpoint of not just that you have, you know, it's a historically black college and university, but it draws people from every walk of life from all over these United States.
Right.
It's not an Oklahoma specific university. It draws people from California, New York, Detroit, Chicago, you name it.
Turning our attention back to the game, you know, when we look at the standings here, yes, Langston is 23-1 overall. This Wayland Baptist team is 18-6. This is a good team. And the Sooner Athletic Conference standings for the boys, they are 17-1 is Langston, 13-5 is Wayland. They're the next closest team.
Right.
But Wayland's coming in here on a 5-game winning streak overall tonight. Langston's on a 4-game winning streak, but that streak's in danger tonight here overall, Gary, if you really want to be honest about it.
Yeah, no, you're right, Mo. And one of the things that is, you know, is very apparent is the absence of Sharif Knox. And the reason
it's affecting these guys.
It is affecting us simply because, number one, it disrupts our rotation. And it also takes one good defender who also, you know, averages anywhere between, you know, 6 to 10 points a game. He's not in. He's also kind of like what Rivera is for the Lady Lions in that he gives that emotional spark. He always knows where he's supposed to be. He's a good floor leader. He has an understanding of what it is that Coach Wright, you know, wants from the team, and he has a way of communicating that on the floor. And so his absence is definitely felt to help balance things out when, you know, things aren't quite connecting or gelling the way it's supposed to.
And when you start talking about Sharif Knox tonight, it's worth noting we're talking about rebounding tonight. He's one of the team's elite rebounders. You're missing a guy who's an X-factor guy who's capable of contributing in a score sheet in so many other ways. So you take him off the floor, and now somebody else has to identify his role. You got to find a way to generate those, what we call impact plays without being an impact player. You got to find those ways to, you know, we call it behind the stats guy. Somebody has to identify that role. You can mask it for a moment, but you can't cover it for an entire game. And right now, it's allowed Wayland Baptist to do so many things and filling up the stat sheet on the other side on their part. I I mean, when we start talking about the first half of tonight's game, Langston has been good at the free throw line, 7 of 9, 77%. 11 of 31 shooting, 35%, and that's really what it is. On a night like this, they have failed to get into a rhythm. They're 3 of 11 from deep, a team that shot almost 50% just a month ago, less than a month ago against this team. So those are some key factors that you start looking at things overall. The largest lead the Langston Lions have ever had is 8. They've trailed by 5 overall, and it's been some challenging moments. So if you're Chris Wright, how do you turn things around and get back in this game?
Well, I think, you know, a couple of things. Number one, this team has to learn how to play without Jaquavius Lennox and without Sharif Knox. And the reason why I say that is because Sharif would always be the emotional spark defensively. And then, of course, you got Jaquavius Lennox, who would normally be out there. He would be your three-point shooter. He would typically get things going from, you know, an offensive standpoint. Now we're having to bring in Turner, Michael Wright's getting more minutes, and those players, you know, are being asked to step up and fill that void, which also cuts into that rotation and that depth, which is something that Langston typically uses it to its advantage to try and wear down opposing teams and keep them down defensively.
This is really a big game because you're talking about the streak on the line now. And with the streak on the line, you know, most pundits who looked at this game said Langston will win this game. And there's still a great chance that that will happen. Right. But on the other side of it, Wayland Baptist is trying to make a statement of their own.
Sure they
They're
are.
trying to get some position in this and show that they are worthy of a high seed. They're trying to make the national tournament as well. So back to live action here as Wayland Baptist has the ball. Langston down 3. So now you got Tarjay Hill turnover, and the Langston defense is off to a quick start here.
Stolen by DeMonte Brown.
Brown get it over to Toro Dean, who's also on the floor right now, as Majak Kuth is on the floor, as well as Cortez Mosley.
Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion offensively.
And Anthony Roy. So now, the ball in the hands now. Dean. Dean finds a streak, drives down Main Street, and they're going to catch. That time, Michael Belfield with the foul for contact this time. So it's his second personal foul, but it's going to send Dean to the free throw line. And we want to get Dean going. Dean, in the first half of that game, he scored 10, which is not bad. But if I tell you he had the first 8 in the first 5 minutes of the game, then you're like, okay, so where was he for the last 15? And so now we got to get Dean back in the flow, get him going again, and see if he can get back to help generating some offense for this team.
You got to get him making free throws. I mean, right now he's shooting probably about 50% for the night, which.
Okay, yeah. So now he will be. I think it's going to be Gary 5 of 7 tonight.
For free
throws. So going to work now, getting the ball back in the hands, down low. The ball's going to be deflected. Cortez Mosley calls it, getting up to Anthony Moore.
Throws the ball away.
Too much on it. So Dean and Roy are talking. 35-33, Lions down 2. 51 seconds into the first half of this one. The second half of this one. Ball in the hands of Murray. Murray, draw, shot. Belfield with the rebound, and then he's going to get the shot up. Couldn't get it to fall that time.
Dean draws the ball.
So at the free throw line, so Michael Belfield. Belfield in the first half for Wayland Baptist at 5. So Belfield at the free throw line. Back rims that first one. Team fouls at 1 apiece. Belfield. Lets it fly. Can't get him either one.
Rebound motion.
So here comes Toro Dean and the Lions. Hands off to Roy, back to Mosley. And the ball nearly stripped. Toro Dean has it, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Tonight's game being presented by Tinker Federal Credit Union. Kuth hands off to Dean. Dean back steps to Brown, who drives in on Belfield, and Belfield's going to pick up another foul. And you got to attack.
Yeah, no, you got to get the big guy in trouble, get him out the game, and you got to get into their bench, right? You got to get into the opposing team's bench, get the big guys in foul trouble, hopefully get a personnel grouping that where you have the advantage, whether it be size or whether it be athleticism, so that you can begin to make up some ground. As DeMonte Brown hits the first free throw.
Ties Toro Dean for the high score tonight. So Belfield comes out, and then back into the game comes Jackson Record. Trying to tie it with this shot. DeMonte Brown's shot is good. All tied up at 35. 18:25 to go before the end of this contest. Plenty of time. Langston needs to assert itself now. Taji Hill drives inside, throws it up off the glass.
He is quick. I mean, he is athletic.
Nice shot off the glass, 37-35. Pioneers back up by 2.
Yeah, his speed puts a lot of pressure on the Langston defense, which is
Dean draws a foul against Hill. And for Hill, that's going to be his second foul of the night. And he was the high scorer, or maintains as the high scorer for Wayland Baptist. He's got 12 first half points. So Dean back to the free throw line. Dean with 11. Would like to take the lead back over DeMonte Brown. Back rims that first one. And, you know, so Brown switches spots with Mosley. So Anthony Roy comes down there. He takes the spot. So now back to the line goes Dean. Dean tonight at the free throw line is 5 of 8 now. Make that 6 of 9. Lions down by 1. Into the game now. The Wayland Baptist is also number 24, Rodney Carson. Murray being covered by Roy. Record almost
lost
has it.
Dean stole it.
Dean has it.
He doesn't have numbers.
So back to Roy. Roy, who had 21, tries to fire it down low. And Cortez Mosley gets inside and scores the basket. Leach said he had his hands up, but nonetheless, the foul's going to be called for the basket. Puts the Lions back up top by 1, 38-37. And Mosley getting a chance to get to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. Believe it or not, that's Cortez Mosley's first basket of the game.
Oh, wow.
Mosley's shot rolls around and out. Ouch. Across the timeline now. Gonna swing it. Murray inside. Tries to shoot it.
Rebound,
shot
Brown.
pinned on the backboard. Brown gets the rebound. Toro Dean across the timeline now. Lions slow down. Hand off to Roy. Back hand off to Brown. Back to Dean. Dean on the logo. Drawing some space. Now Brown has it. Left wing. Over to Roy. Roy swings it down low inside to Kuth.
Nice.
And Kuth scores the ball.
Nice pick and roll game there from Anthony Roy to Majak.
So 40-37 is the score. And the ball down to Record. They're going to call an offensive
charge
on Carson.
Yep, Cortez Mosley did a good job of being in position.
Carson can't believe it. Carson picks up his third personal foul. Timeout's going to be called on the floor right now by Clint Gillian. So substitutions coming in by Chris Wright. So on the floor now, you've got Ronald Mitchell back in the game. Toro Dean also on the floor. Michael Wright, Kuth, and Anthony Roy are on the floor right now. Mitchell hands off to Roy. Hands back off to Dean. Cross court. Roy has it. Comes up at the top. Spins inside. Turns and fires. Shot no good.
Oh. Kuth gets his hand in there and he backs the ball off of the Wayland Baptist defender.
So it looks like it will be Langston ball. Toro Dean to inbound it. And Kuth has it. Kuth hands off to Dean. Dean
Up fakes the three.
Inside, drives to the
Finger
lane.
roll.
Michael Jordan would have been happy on that one because he
Yes,
finger
he
rolled
would
it as
have.
he switched hands. 42-37, 16-16 to go. And a timeout's being called on the floor right
Chris
now.
Wright likes it.
Chris Wright beats his team.
42-37.
42-37 coming back out, and Chris Wright has to be happy. The defense to offense, getting inside the basket. We've seen some amazing passes, pick and rolls from the wing instead of at the top. It's been very impressive on how the Lions have came out starting and firing in the second half. As far as it goes, they're outscoring them 10-2 in the second half of this game.
Yeah, we'll take it, considering the fact that this is probably one of the first games I can't even remember the last time when we actually went into half down, and now we come out making a statement early in the second half, 42-37, Langston lead.
This team is gifted on so many levels. This team is talented on so many levels. The skill set of this team is amassed. Most coaches would salivate at all the talent on this team. But you got to be mentally sharp, because if you can't run and run your offense and play good defense, it won't matter as Leach drives to the basket and scores. So Brett Leach scores, bringing them back within 3. So to me, this is a mental tough game. You're without, of course, Sharif Knox, as you've talked about and covered, and without Lennox. So you now have to have guys understand what's going to be necessary. You got to be, not every night's going to be your night, but you got to be smart enough to know how to generate easy offense. And what a pass inside by Dean. Can't get it to score. Couldn't get it to fall. Tovar couldn't get it. Ball working around to Hill. Hill tries to shoot it. Rebound by Mitchell. Toro Dean over to Tovar. Tovar fires.
No, that was
not Tovar. That was Wright. I'm sorry.
I know, but Michael Wright is 6'7", so he kind of looks like Tovar a little bit in transition. I mean, he's so long and tall.
So Belfield returns back to the game now. Substitution also coming in. Cortez Mosley returns. So Mosley, Roy, Dean, Tovar, and Ronald Mitchell. Dean size up, drives to the lane quickly, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Recker. Recker over to Hill. Tarjay Hill. Wheels and deals inside, showing off his ball.
Yeah, he double dribbled first,
in the basket that time.
He got away with a double dribble before he went in for the layup, 42-41.
Mark Jones would have said he was playing with his food there. 42-41. Working the ball around. Ronald Mitchell has it. Drives in the lane, kicks it to the corner. Cortez for 3.
Swish. Nice shot by Cortez Mosley. 45-41 Langston.
Needed that. Need a little bit of Tasmania here in the second half of this game. Cortez Mosley, as it stands.
Oh, they lose it.
They lose it. But Cortez Mosley with 5 points in the second half of this game. Looks like it's still going to be Wayland Baptist ball.
Call foul on Tarver.
So team fouls, 5 against Wayland Baptist, 2 for the Lions. Record over to Leach. Leach swings it back up top to Hill. Hill trying to find space. Hill from the elbow. Inside, and that time Belfield's going to score. And the big man puts 2 on the board, 45-43. Lions only up by 2. Mitchell hands off to Dean. Dean on the left wing, back up top. Swings it over to Roy. Roy over to Mitchell. Mitchell fires a 3. Back rims on that one. Traced down by Leach. Fires it ahead, and Recker's not going to be able to track it down. And Leach knew it. He was throwing it to a big. So Dean comes out. And now returning to the game looks like that's Demonte Brown is back. Mitch is going to bring it up, set up the offense for the Lions. 13:42 to go. Tovar swings it out to Roy. Roy looking for a screen, drives in the jump. Into traffic. Roy switches hands, glides to the basket and lays it in. 47-43. Tarjay Hill. Mitchell covering him on the right wing, swings it to Murray.
Oh, that's a double dribble.
That was a double. They didn't call the double dribble.
No, they didn't drop. No, he had it. He dropped it.
They're going to call the foul on Mitchell. Said they're going to call the foul on Mitchell. Going to work right now. Ball in the hands now. He's coming down as Hill. Hill. Ball's going to be stolen by Tova. Ronald Mitchell's going to push the ball up. Swings it. Ball deflected. Nice steal by Quentin Coleman. Coleman almost loses it and throws it to Murray, who throws down the hammer. Wayland Baptist capitalizing on the turnover. Lead is only 2. Coming across the timeline now, Anthony Roy. 12.5 to go. Going to swing it to the corner.
Rims out.
Shot no good. Ball back in the hands. Rebound by Leach. Hill looking for a spot. Murray drives down low. Is going to score the ball. Back-to-back buckets by Murray. And we're all tied up at 47, Gary.
12:09, timeout, Langston.
And Wayland Baptist meets his team on the floor. They've got the energy, they got the mojo. The pressure's on the Lions to maintain this streak. So this is a good one because this is a mindset of a playoff game the way it is right now. It's a lot of back and forth action. For everything the Lions are doing right, Wayland Baptist finds a way to claw themselves back in this game.
Yeah, they do. And a lot of it was just simply with Hill. He's been the emotional spark that's been getting this team going. I mean, he's just been undeniable in terms of his playmaking ability and his assist game, which has been really outstanding. And also, too, he's gotten away with, not getting some calls.
Now Tarjay Hill had 17 points in the earlier meeting. Right now, he's got 14. So he's on his path right now. And in terms of assists in the last game, he was limited to only 2 assists. He's got 2 assists in this game, too. But his impact on the rebounding of the ball, he's got 4 rebounds tonight. And the prior matchup, he had 3. So in other words, he's finding different ways to impact the game. So Gary, you're gonna have to play better ball, take care of the ball, because they've got a true point guard who can control the action. Inside of Cortez Mosley.
Nicely done, got the mismatch.
Nice
Mosley
job by
6'5".
D.
Yeah.
And we're getting a little bit of that flavor now for Cortez Mosley, who officially will have 8 points on the night. Quentin Coleman up top. Record gonna swing it back. Tarjay Hill for 3. Back rim's no good. Rebound comes down
Turner.
by Paul Turner. Across the timeline now. Dean hands off to Roy. Hands back off. Dean ends up with it somehow. Over to Roy. Roy pulls up for 3 at the top.
Drills it.
And knocks it down. Roy starting to heat up. Chris Wright trying to implore his team to continue to push. 52-47, Gary.
Yep.
Again, the Lions just need to find a way to get in rhythm. The shots are there for them. They just haven't been able to fall. As far as a team right now, the Lions are starting to shoot a little bit better. They were at 31% at the end of the first half. They're at 39% now. So at this game, if you can get that in the mid-40s and bring down Wayland Baptist, who's shooting 50% in field goals for the game, that's the goal now.
Right. You're right. And but one of the issues is that you got players like Hill who continue to keep this team in the mix. He comes back and he makes a play over and over and over again. And like I said, Langston has a little bit of a lead here at 52-47, but they are by no means out of the woods because this Wayland Baptist team can just come roaring back at any moment.
And when you're missing 2 players that are key in the rotation,
right.
You got to find a way. You got to get everybody involved, and everybody's got to find a way to touch it. So right now, I like the fact of the matter, Gary, from this standpoint. Yes, Toro Dean had 10 first-half points. He's got 4 in the second half so far. You got Anthony Roy, who had 6 or 7 points, now over 13 points in the game. DeMonte Brown had 10. He's got 2 in the second half right now. But we're getting a whole lot more from Tez. He's got 7 second half points. To me, that's the difference in the game. We got to get somebody else going for this Lion team to hit the mark that they need to hit.
Well, the reality of it is that now they're starting to hit the stat lines that they've been accustomed to hitting all the other games that they've been playing. You know, normally you would have a stat line for Langston that would have 15, 12, 10, 9, 9, 7.
Right.
And we haven't had that.
No, you haven't. Now, they're going to call, I guess, 3 seconds in the lane or some kind of violation on Belfield. So it will be Lion ball now. So ball in the hand now. Toro D, Cortez Mosley, Anthony Roy, Koof is in the game, as well as Turner. Tez gets it inside on the block. And then finally, he's able to score the ball. Or they're going to whistle Belfield with the foul. 4 fouls on Belfield. So you were talking about getting deeper into the bench now, Gary? That's what they're starting to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to do. If you really want to try to bust this game wide open, anybody can play with you for a half, but the question is, can they play with you for 2 halves when you start getting into the bench and when guys start getting tired and the foul count starts adding up?
Now, Mosley now officially has 9 points on the night, 54-47. The Lions are slowly starting to creep this lead up. This leads up to 7 right now. So Tarjay Hill across the timeline now picked up by Dean. And Tarjay Hill's got good size. He's a 6'3", 6'4" guard.
Point guard. And he's fast. I mean, he's really fast.
What an unbelievable pass to the inside. Couldn't finish at the rim. Rebound by Koof.
Yes.
Swing it back to Dean to run the offense. Across the timeline now, Dean. Lions have slowed it down and executed better on offense in the second half of this game. It's a big factor on why they got the lead back. Back over to Roy. Roy shoots it.
Oh,
rebound by Cortez. Cortez is in double digits now, folks. He's got 11 second half points in this game. So 56-47 now, lead up to 9. Getting the ball down to Murray. He found the crease to the basket. He's going to be fouled driving in hard. Back to the free throw line he's going to go.
Yeah, it was a good drive by Murray. Good foul by the Lions. If you're going to foul, that's what you want to do. Don't give up the 3-point play.
So Murray on the night has 9. The last time the Langston Lions played him, he had 16. Murray misses that one, so substitution. Koof comes out the game. And DeMonte Brown also, looks like Anthony Roy's coming out, and Jay Allen Tover comes back in. So Roy stays in the game. So it's Roy, Dean, Brown, Tover, and Cortez.
Good rebound by DeMonte Brown.
Foul situation, 16 fouls against Wayland Baptist. One more puts Langston at the line, 1-1. So Rodney Carson in the game now for Wayland Baptist. He's guarding Toro D. Ball fake by Cortez. Cortez drawing Murray. Cortez dances, drives inside and
scores! He wheels, he deals, he goes right to the rack.
Oh, I didn't know you had that in your toolbox there, Tez.
Yeah, well, you know, Tez is 6'5", but he plays all positions, 1 through 4.
So going to work right now, swinging it back out. Leach gets it back to Carson. Leach.
Go!
And Cortez Mosley is going to get called for putting his hand in the cookie jar. Team foul number 5. And on the night, Cortez Mosley has just picked up his third term personal foul. Lead up to 11, so Recker comes into the game now. And it looks like he's going to give Tarjay Hill a breather. Because I don't see Tarjay on the field, on the court right now. No, he's not out there right now. So this is a chance for the Lions to possibly expand their lead, Gary. Back to work. Ball up top. Gonna swing it. Leach fires a 3. Can't get the fall. Rebound by Ronald Mitchell. Mitchell in the game now, so it's Mitchell. Mosley, Anthony Roy, Tover, and Brown on the floor for the Lions. Roy dribbles through the lane, dribbles through traffic. Can't get the fall. Rebound pulled down that time by Tom. Oh, gonna get called for steps there. I mean, he looked surprised. I was surprised it wasn't going to be called if they didn't call it.
Well, I was actually a little nervous. I thought they were going to call a loose ball foul on Demonte Brown, but what happened is that number 23, Jackson, he stepped on the foot of Demonte Brown and rolled over there, and I thought they were going to call a loose ball foul on him.
All right, going to work right now. Ball back in the hands of Toro Dean. Under 10 minutes to go in this one, folks. Anthony Roy has it. Roy
steps back, does the James Harden.
Can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Murray. Kel Murray gets the ball to Tom on the outside. He's in the corner, tries to drive, spin, turns and fires shot, no foul.
Oh,
and somehow, some way, it
rebound.
ends up in the hands of Javonta Jones, and they're going to score the basket. And then a little bit closer as the lead's back down under 10-9, 7:51 to go in this contest.
I mean, that was just a missed opportunity, Maurice. I mean, they had the rebound clearly in their hands, just lost it, and then that easily turned into 2 points for Wayland Baptist.
So Chris Wright is, now that you have the lead, so now every time your team starts to falter a little bit, you want to break the momentum of Wayland Baptist right now.
Most definitely.
Now, you know Belfield has got 4 fouls. You know he's coming back at some time. Right now, they're arresting Tarjay Hill. Tarjay Hill will be back in the game. If the lead gets any bigger, he's going to come back in the game soon.
Most definitely. And they're going to put the ball right in his hands. They're going to put the ball in his hands. You're going to see him turn it up a notch. He's going to push the ball. He's going to try to get to the free throw line. They're going to start managing this clock here. As soon as it crosses over into the 5-minute mark, you're probably going to see Hill come back in sooner than later. Oh, he's coming in right now.
Yeah, they're not going to waste any time.
They're not going to waste any time.
Because if you're going to make the push, under 5 to go, everything falls in favor of Langston right now.
Right.
So now, 7:51 to go. And we're back to live action. Toro Dean, Cortez Mosley, Jay Allen Tover, Demonte Brown, and Ronald Mitchell are on the floor right now. Dean, the right wing, bounce pass inside to Tover. Tover goes to the basket, can't get to finish, and Tom scores it. Or pulls down the rebound. So now going to work. 7:21 to go. Inside it goes. And nice job. 7:17. And now Demonte Brown getting called with a second personal is going to send Tarjay Hill back to the free throw line. Tarjay Hill sitting on 14 points right now. And trying to score the ball with the clock stopped, Gary.
Yep, that's how you get back in the game.
Hill, another phenomenal shot.
You got to get to the paint. You got to get to the free throw line. You got to stop that clock. You got to score.
Hill now with 15 points, trying to make 16. And that he does.
51-58.
He's 4 for 4 tonight from the free throw line. And the lead's down to 7. Toro Dean across the timeline now. Dean gets the ball in the hands of Koo. Swings it over to Brown. Brown back on top to Ronald Mitchell. Cortez up top. Dean drives inside. Passes it. Throws it away. Ball's going to be deflected. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, but it will remain Wayland Baptist ball. So Koo, again, Lions have to stop giving them opportunities.
Yeah, they got to take care of the basketball. I mean, that's one of the keys to the game, right? You got to take care of the basketball. When you rebound it, you got to be sure-handed. When you make a pass, you got to make sure it's a good, safe pass. You turn the ball over. Game's hard enough as is against a good opponent.
Tarjay Hill, 16 seconds on the shot clock at the elbow. Kicks it over to Carson. Carson over to Hill. Hill drives to the lane, and Ronald Mitchell's gonna foul him. And it looks like that's 1-and-1 time coming for Wayland Baptist. Tarjay Hill comes up a little gimpy. I think he's gonna be just fine. We're gonna try and walk it off. Now Dean's 4 for 4 at the free throw line, shooting the front end of a 1-and-1 as we just hit the bonus now for the Pioneers. Hill looking for more points to reduce that Lion lead. And Hill knocks down the first one.
Yeah, he's not the guy you want to put on the free throw line. You know, one of the key stats, and this is, we talked a little bit earlier about not having Jaquavius, not having Sharif Knox, but one of the key stats that jumped out to me early on when I'm sitting with Coach Wright, we're talking about, some of the keys to the team and all of that. He says that one of the things that people don't see is that when Sharif Knox is on the floor for the Lions are plus 12.
And that's because he's doing all the other little things.
All the other little things that give the team a significant advantage. That's the reason why he's a starter. That's the reason why he continues to be a starter under Coach Wright. Good look.
Okay, Cortez tries to go up and
nice.
under. How did he get that to fall in?
He's a great athlete, Mo. It's just that simple.
Pushes the lead back up to 7. Cortez on the box. Scores one. 60-53, 6 minutes to go. He's a magician.
Yeah, outstanding leaping ability and athleticism. Whoa.
Wow. Tarjay Hill responds.
Yep.
Pulls them within 4. Tarjay Hill now working with a 20-piece. He's going to have 21 on the night. Cortez Mosley with 15 on the night. Got 4 Lions in double-digit scoring. Roy with 13. Dean with 14.
Oh, nice feed.
Mosley with 15.
Blocked.
And again, Dong with the block. And then
that's a
jumping on
travel.
And Dong ends up with it. He's going to throw it up, but Tarjay Hill has it. Hill's going to press the ball. Up fakes, and then almost loses it. Gets it in the hands of Carson. Carson swings it inside.
Stolen by Langston.
By Dean. Dean slows it down. Across the timeline he goes. Got to have some sharp passes if you're the Lions. Ball in the hand now of Kuth.
Got to take care of the basketball. Got to be smart. Need a high percentage shot. Get into the paint.
Roy. And then Brown.
Oh, and it falls!
Somehow.
They called a charge?
They call an offensive foul.
Oh, my gosh.
Against Brown. So Jalen Tovar returns to the game as well as Paul Turner. So Dean, Mosley, Roy, Turner, and Tovar on the floor.
60-56.
And here's the thing, Langston has 18 fouls now. One more foul, they'll be in the bonus if they can get them to go against. Up and under.
Wow.
What is his name? I got to get his name down. It's Murray. Michael Murray.
Yeah, Michael Murray.
No, it's Mikal Murray. But anyway, Cortez Mosley has it. You got to get the name right. Don't want to disrespect. Then firing up a shot. Roy, a three-point shot. Not the shot that you wanted in that situation.
No, that's not the shot you wanted.
So Leach gets the rebound, and the Wayland Baptist Pioneers are down 2 with 4 minutes to go. Ball in the hands now. Dribbling, going to hand it to Leach. Leach picked up now. Switch to the top. Dong fires a deep 3.
Long
rebound by Carson. Carson throws it up, and he's going to draw contact against Anthony Roy to the free throw line with a chance to tie this game up. 28-game home streak on the line. Those late days of conference play, teams are fighting and clawing for position for those big-time wins at the end of the season, and the Pioneers are showing tonight that they are ready, willing, and able to compete.
First shot rims out.
First shot by Rodney Carson does not work out for him. One more coming his way. Free throw line. And he misses both
of them. Langston catches a break.
Rodney Mitchell.
Now they got to get a good possession out of this, Mo. 3:39 left in the game.
Tover. Hands off.
Got to be
to Ronald Mitchell.
Good possession.
Mitchell been quiet tonight, has not been in the scoring sheet yet. Anthony Roy has not been able to find the touch consistently, but he drives in the lane.
Yep, and he gets one. And one. Anthony Roy, big-time play by a big-time player.
62-58. He's streaky, but he can be nasty when he's hot.
Oh, yeah. You know, he makes plays sometimes. In fact, I was watching him play against UNT Dallas, and the coach from UNT Dallas, Anthony Roy, went into the paint, made an excellent play, and the coach from UNT Dallas looked over at us and said, he's supposed to do that. He's only 6'6", D1 transfer. He's supposed to do that.
All right, ball to the corner to Tom. Nice step by Tover.
Oh, I think he might have taken some steps.
They're going to throw it up.
Stolen.
Dean gets it. Dean to the basket, Strohm. No call, foul. And then finally they're going to call a foul. They're going to be shooting free throws now.
They call it when Dean shot?
No. They're going to call it on Ronald Mitchell.
They call it on Mitchell.
So Ronald Mitchell picks up foul number 4. 2. It's also double bonus.
And see, this is where, again, not having Jaquavius Lennox and Sharif Knox factors in, because those are guys who can give you 5 fouls apiece, and that keeps Mitchell from getting in foul trouble, and that also takes a lot of pressure.
Wow.
So off of your bigs when you got Sharif Knox out there as well.
Now I'm just saying it's a bad shooting night for Rodney Carson.
Hey, you know what?
He's missed his last 3 free throws.
And he shorted, and Michael Wright gets the rebound on that.
I mean, right now he is 2 of 6.
Yeah, and he's feeling it. You can tell by his body language that, man, he's not feeling real good about missing his free throws.
All right, so Michael Wright's in the game now. Ball in the hand now of Anthony Roy. Over to Toro Dean. Dean gets it back out to Wright. Anthony Roy has it on the left wing. Well, that's Cortez Mosley. I'm just going to say traveling on by Mosley. He tried to hit the Euro step. So it's a turnover on the play. And that was a big possession, because you're talking about right now, it's a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you can't.
If you make a basket there, it's a 3-possession game.
Yes, you can't keep missing those opportunities. Whoa, look how fast. Oh, block by Ron.
And they're going to call a blocking
They're going to
foul.
call a block on Cortez Mosley.
Okay, now Roy blocked it cleanly.
Yeah,
Cortez
but they called
Mosley.
a block on Cortez.
And the bad thing about that is that's Cortez Mosley's 4th foul.
Well, he got 4 fouls. There's 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the game. You play it out. You don't take no substitution. You leave him in there and you play it out. If he fouls out, he fouls out. But you've got to leave him on the floor to win this game.
Hill hasn't missed tonight. He is 7 for 7, 22 points.
And I'm looking at the Wayland Baptist bench. They are looking real optimistic. Didn't expect to be this close in the game against the Lions. And of course, you got Mr. Hill at the free throw line. He misses the second free throw. Rebound by Michael Wright.
So with that, he misses his first free throw. 7 of 8 on the free throws tonight.
Well, if there was ever a time to miss one, that's a good one for the Lions. Cortez Mosley has the ball.
All right, Mosley hands it off to Toro Dean, who kicks it over. Ball fake by, and they almost catch Mosley for steps.
Oh, he
went glass. He called glass. Mosley now with 17.
Timeout.
All
Wayland
the second
Baptist.
half of this game.
65-59.
All right, little
Lions up by
contact
6.
there by Anthony Roy and Tarjay Hill right there in front of the bench. Lucky the official didn't call that one. Wow. I mean, that was, there's no need for that. But it's 10 team fouls, so it's double bonus now. Every free throw they shoot from here on that they commit, it's 2 free throws coming their way.
Wow. Minute 47 left. 65-59. Lions up by 6.
So 1:47 to go. So now, with that being said, tonight's game being brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. The Lions had to earn this game tonight. It's not
it ain't over yet.
But they have to earn it tonight.
Yep.
Every possession, as you said, Gary, counts.
And one thing that cannot happen, okay? So the Langston Lions have gone down and they had like 2 or 3 possessions in a row where they just came up empty. Nothing. From this point in, you cannot have any wasted possessions, and you definitely don't want to put Wayland on the free throw line.
Especially Tarjay Hill.
No, not him.
Tarjay Hill with 22 points on the night, even though he missed his last free throw. I still
wouldn't put him up.
I wouldn't put him on the line. Now, Cortez Mosley, the high-flying Falcon with 17 points. He's been 2 or 3 from the free throw line.
High-flying Falcon.
I did say that.
Lion.
I did say that. High-flying Lion.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll get a chance to say it later in the week.
All right, 65-59. Ball inbounded. Tarjay Hill has it. Going to work. Driving inside with the runner, Tarjay Hill. Drops another one in. He's now got 24 on the night.
Yeah, Tolbert has to stay in good position. He can't get himself out of position trying to
I would live with him trying to shoot a contested jump shot. That's the best you can do. I would not let him get forward motion driving to the basket.
Mosley
Roy inside to Mosley.
Yep,
and he goes
touch.
inside and scores. Are they going to score the basket too? Count the basket.
Yes, sir.
So Tarjay
got the foul.
Picks up the 3rd personal foul. Mosley now with 19. He wants to go for a 20 spot on his own.
Get in
and
there.
He gets it.
Yes, sir. 68-61. Falcons lead by 7.
7-point game. 1:08 to go. Dean covering Hill.
They got to pick up Hill. You got to pick up. Lions go to a zone.
And Lee shoots a 3, and Tover blocks it. 54-65. Going to inbound it. Bellfield's back in the game. Belfield into the lane.
He walked.
And gets the power game inside, gets the shot off the glass to fall. 63-65, 47.8 seconds to go.
I would spend all 30 seconds of this.
In fact, the shot may not be the most important. You got
It
23
is not.
on the shot clock.
Yep.
37 seconds, so you're going to have to get Tarjay. He's going to have to foul. Somebody's going to have to foul.
Yep.
Chris Wright's telling them to hold off.
Yep, I would too.
14 seconds. Now going to play. Murray covering Dean.
Dean loses it.
And Murray now has it.
Don't foul.
With 21 seconds to go. And a foul's going to be called.
What was it?
So, debate going down on the floor here by Clint Gillian. But nonetheless, so Murray at the free throw line, shooting 2.
The Lions have to get this rebound if he doesn't make it. 68-63.
So substitution here, or not substitution, a discussion going on at the scorer's table. 21 seconds on the clock. So with that going on right now, Gary, so you're up by 5. Murray's going to be at the free throw line. And on the night, Murray, when we get back to action, Murray is 3 of 8 from the free throw line. So he hasn't just been spectacular there.
No, and you'd rather have him up there than Hill.
Right. So you're thinking here 1 of 2, but if he goes 2 of 2, it's a 1-possession game. Expect them to foul immediately. But they're probably going to foul regardless, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes.
So,
I mean, you're going to shoot your free throws. Ideal situation, shoot your first one, make it. Second one, if you don't make it, you get your rebound. But if you make both of them, ball goes, out of bounds, they inbound the ball, foul immediately. You got to start stretching this thing out, 21 seconds. You're close enough to where, you're within 5. It might fall your way if you catch some breaks at the free throw line. It's just that simple.
Yeah, it is. And the foul situation, of course, the Lions are
double bonus.
But they're in the bonus.
They're
in the bonus.
Wayland is.
Wayland's in the double bonus.
Right.
So you know that they got 2 fouls to give, or at least 1 foul. Well, not really, because you're in the bonus. But
yeah, you're going to put them on the line if you foul.
Put them on the line.
Yeah.
But you're saying at least it's a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Versus 2 shots.
2 shots. So we'll see if you choose to use that situation.
And if you don't, then they're just going to hold the ball and run the clock out.
Right.
So you got to foul. You got to stop the clock. The clock is the person you're playing against now.
21 seconds on the clock, and now the timeout. We're cleared. Both teams are getting on the floor here. Is there a discussion going on at the scorer's table? Looks like everything. Or at least there's a discussion going on here. Okay. So the officials are looking at instant replay on the sideline to justify or understand what the call is here.
Is an intentional foul?
And I guess that's what I guess it was being challenged.
Yep.
So that's big. That's big. Mm-hmm. So instant replay shows that it's going to be an intentional foul. So 2 shots and the ball.
Yep, intentional foul, 2 shots.
So that's going to put Tarjay Hill on the line. Hill with already 24. Hill shoots and knocks down the first one. He's got 25 on the night. So Chris Wright a little upset. So again, a discussion going on here at the scorer's table, trying to get things worked out correctly here. We don't have the benefit of knowing exactly what's going down at the scorer's table right now.
And this is college. This isn't the NBA, so they're not announcing to the audience. We kind of have to look at the signaling and determine what the situation is. Wayland is substituting now. They brought in Bo Tong for Belfield.
Yeah. Now, so again, they're talking about some things here, and they're trying to get this call straight. 68-64, the officials are discussing right there in front of us. So we had an intentional foul. That was the situation. So that should be 2 shots and the ball.
Right. So they're bringing Coach Wright in
to explain the situation. So now, waiting for things to get sorted out a little bit here. So the score is 68-64 with 21 seconds on the clock. All right, so we're taking the point off the board right now.
Okay.
So the question is, if it's an intentional foul, I know what it is. Tarjay Hill shot the free throws. He was not the player originally.
He wasn't the player fouled. It was
Murray.
It wasn't even Murray. It was number 11. I thought was the one who was fouled. I thought it was Coleman that was fouled.
Well, we're going to find out. I thought it was Murray because Murray was initially.
Okay.
So now they took the point off the board. It's 21 seconds on the clock. So now Murray's going to go to the free throw line. If the intentional foul is still staying here, we're going to try and sort this out for you, folks. All right, so now to the free throw line goes Murray. That's who was initially fouled. So he's going to go to the free throw line, and I do believe the intentional foul still stands. So Murray, who again was 3 of 8 at the free throw line, and he knocks down this one. 4 of 9 now. He has 11 points on the night. Make that 12 points. 13 points now. So it's a 3-point game. 1 possession, 21 seconds on the clock.
And they get the ball.
Yep. So now, Lions got to play smart here. And they got the ball in the hands of Tarjay Hill. 16 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Tong is going to screen. And Hill shoots the 3, doesn't get it to fall.
Rebound, Tover.
Tover has it.
Hold the ball.
And now a foul
Game
comes
over.
against Roy with 3.3
intentional.
seconds to go. The team, for whatever reason, they did not go ahead and foul. Wayland Baptist had a chance. Okay, you missed the 3.
Right.
Langston got it. 4 seconds ran off the clock.
They were hoping that he'd hit the shot, and then they didn't think about, what next?
Yeah, exactly. So now Anthony Roy at the free throw line.
Yeah, he could hit these 2 and put the game on ice. Put it out of.
Roy tonight, 2 of 2.
Yep, he hits the first one.
Make that 3 of 3. Lead up to 4. So timeout Langston. So as it stands right now, so as this final timeout's being called here, more than likely here, Gary, the one thing I want to point out is in this situation right now, it's a 1-possession game still because you can still follow a 3-pointer, a 3-point shooter, but not likely. So it doesn't matter. If you're Langston,
You got 3 seconds.
Right.
You shoot your free throws, you run back here and stand.
And grab the rebound.
And just get the rebound. Just get the rebound. Even if they make it, it don't matter. It's 3 seconds.
You don't have to contest.
As soon as they touch the ball and get up here, they got it. The clock starts. So you want them to touch the ball here. You don't want them to throw the ball all the way up here. You just want them to touch the ball here and use the 3 seconds to try to get the ball off. You want them to take the shot on their end of the court.
Yeah.
Okay. Not on your end. So it's just 3 seconds is all you got to do is survive. He needs to hit this free throw, and then they need to make sure that when the ball is inbounded, it's inbound and that they have to use the seconds.
And Chris Wright is bracketing the defense. He's pushed everybody back. Roy knocks down the free throw.
Yep. As soon as they inbound the ball,
he does.
Okay. Now,
Roy with 18
as soon as they catch it, the clock starts.
And all they got to do is let it fire.
Let him shoot it.
And
Game over.
as it all said and done, the Langston Lions win by the score of 70-65. They win tonight's contest closer than what most people would think, Gary.
Yeah, last game this close was probably where we've won was probably LSU Shreveport, where they went into overtime.
Right. So the Sooner Athletic Conference title, officially regular season title, now belongs
to the Langston Lions.
It's down there at center court. So we got it. So down there on center court right now. So Chris Wright is going to get the trophy down there. And the rest of the team.
Sooner Athletic Conference regular season title, Langston Lions.
They win and extend the home winning streak to 29 games.
What's their overall record, Mo?
Overall record now,
regular season
will be 24-1.
24-1. They lost only one game to Southwestern Assemblies of God a couple of weeks ago down there in Texas.
Are back-to-back champions for the Sooner Athletic Conference. The Lions taking shots.
And they're going to get the opportunity to take down those nets.
And that's what you want to do. You want them to be able to do that.
So that's one ring in the bag.
One ring in the bag.
Guess what? There's a box coming out. I guess those are the hats and T-shirts.
So the Lions have done it. Lions are. Let's read down the final.
Yep, those are hats.
So when we start doing it now, the hats are coming out. Sooner Athletic Conference Channel. Congratulations to Chris Wright and the Langston Lions, back-to-back Sooner Athletic Conference champions. And it's kind of crazy, Gary, overall tonight. You got Kuth with 6 points.
Yep.
Dean with 14, Roy with 18 with clutch free throws along the way, Brown with 12. But really the difference in the game is Cortez Mosley, who was the player of the game,
yep,
who dropped 20
yep,
as time expired.
And they weren't an easy 20 either. I mean, they were some of the most amazing displays of athleticism that you just don't see every day.
No, you don't. So the Lions are going to cut the nets down and celebrate tonight and enjoy this win tonight. But there's more work to do, Gary, as they're going to have homecoming here on Saturday afternoon. Both the girls and the boys win. Pregame will start right around 1:45 on Saturday for the tip-off of the game at 2 o'clock for the girls, and then the boys' game is scheduled to start at 3:45. But the Lions had to find a different way to win this one, and they're going to have to find a different way to win the one on Saturday as they take on the Aggies from Oklahoma Panhandle State.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. They're going to have to figure out, like I said, right now, we're not having two players in the lineup. It's going to be important that they figured it out. I don't know, when Sharif is going to be able to return to us. I know that he was definitely missed tonight. I know that when he does come back, the team will be glad to have him back. And again, Sharif, if you're watching, congratulations, of course, on the conference championship. You've contributed so much to this team. You've earned yourself another conference championship ring. But at the same time, just know that our hearts and minds are with you while you're with your family there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So both teams will be in action on Saturday. We're inviting you to come join us on PPBC TV. He's Gary Woods. I'm Maurice Prince. Want to thank our producers tonight. C. Neal for setting it up, D. Prince for running it, and Taz on the camera. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight as the party's going to go on later into the night.
Oh, most definitely.
As we get out of here tonight. But we will be back on Saturday. Don't miss the game and the action. You've been listening to Langston Lion Basketball, brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union.